There we go. All right. So before we before Matt gets here, he like I said, he texted you on the way. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last time. So you guys finish your conversation with the runelord Alderpash. And largely the output of that conversation was Alderpash basically saying, look, I've been kept here for a very long time, potentially centuries, potentially even longer than that. And he wants to be released. He wants out. And he, while you guys were resolute in not making any deals, he basically said, look, if you guys can get rid of him, I will be released. You guys also made the counterpoint of like, if we kill Baphomet, which is really talking about here, talking about killing a greater demon lord. If you manage to pull that off, not only does it release Alderpash, but it releases every prisoner here, right? And there's probably going to be some sort of jockeying for position. It'll throw the entire plane into turmoil. It'll probably cause a great deal of consternation among Baphomet's followers on, wherever they may exist.
Yeah, if your patron deity gets killed,
yeah, that's a problem.
That messes with religion a little bit.
Yeah, all of a sudden
that's what happened when Aridin died.
Yeah, all of a sudden you can't, all your cure light wounds are not working and all, that kind of stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
damn, what the hell's going on?
Priest of Baphomet, cause serious wounds. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of sparkling and that's it. But yeah, he's like, look, if there's a way I can help you, I can't. Obviously I'm limited by the fact that I'm trapped here by binding spells and things of that nature. That Baphomet.
But if we can get him in that room,
but he gave us a way to piss him off. To follow us in there.
We also, he tipped you off to. So he basically says, this is the way to get to the Herald. These are the things that there are some things in the vault that if you guys got hold of and taunted him about it, he would be it might be sufficient for him to come here because he knows what precarious position is in, but again, if you could provoke him sufficiently, you might be able to get him here. He was very interested when Gata was talking about Nocticula, because frankly, he gave off the impression that he did not expect that you guys were powerful enough to take down Baphomet himself. But with the addition or maybe support of Nocticula, that changes the game. So he seemed cautiously optimistic, but that was all based on what Gatto told him, and
we know that's a lie.
Yeah, it maybe some sense motives went awry there. We're not 100% sure, that kind of stuff. But basically, he's like, look, if you guys go and lose, I don't lose anything. I'm in the same position I've been in for centuries. If you guys go and win, then I'm released and I can go back to my plane. And he's like that. And that's really all I want, is to be released from this prison so that I can continue on with the work that I've started. And, it wasn't a deal with the devil, or a demon, but, it did make a certain amount of sense. Basically, Alderbash informed me you have to gather up these statues. If you can gather up 5 of the statues, the guardian of the vault, a Bilduli Navark, will question you, and if your reasons for being there are satisfactory, she will provide you the 6th statue. The 6 statues are what you need to get into the vault. The Herald's prison lies beyond the vault. So you have to go through there. Yes, Don's got a hand raised. Don, yes.
Are we able to teleport to Alderpash if we're in this prison?
Theoretically, yes. The bindings that keep Alderpash in place are essentially on Alderpash himself. You'll remember that there was a big block on the big copper rod on the door, and some runes that sort of kept him in there. But you also got the impression from Alderpash that there has been, a fair amount of back and forth of various creatures coming in and out of there. They bring him things for his experiments. He has a fair amount of knowledge about what goes on in the rest of the prison. He certainly knows who's who and what's what. Your guess is, and you'll remember when you guys first walked in there, he's saying things like, finally, you've brought my reagents. So you're guessing that, he's sort of like, Yeah, he's sort of like, you remember how the mob guys and Goodfellas went to prison where they had steaks and lobsters and shit like that? You're guessing that Alderpash sort of lives that kind of lifestyle in prison, and that really his only barrier is the fact that he can't leave. You're not sure, and he didn't go into why Baphomet would keep him here. But your guess is that, he's certainly given enough leeway to conduct experiments, to create minions. There's obviously some sort of traffic of materials in and out.
Well,
Teleport wise, yeah, you can probably get in there.
my main question is, once we steal the glaive and the ball of twine, we can immediately teleport back to Alderpash, and then Baphomet, if he wishes, can follow us there.
Yeah, that only works if he stays pissed off and knows where we went instantly.
Oh, well, he knows everything that goes on in his domain,
This is
so
domain.
he'll know where we are when we do that. So
It's possible.
Okay.
It could work. And Alderpash has said that he'll help as much as he can against him if you can get Baphomet there. He's not, as he was pointed out, he's not powerless. So I mean, theoretically that could work.
We'll take all the help we can get when we, take on a freaking low-level deity.
On the other hand, it might destroy the Herald.
Which is a possibility, we already know.
Acceptable loss.
We're
Okay.
gonna try to save him, but we know it may not.
What might destroy the Herald?
Destroying Baphomet, because remember now Alderpash basically said, look, he's not the Herald of Iomedae anymore.
He got so corrupted.
He
Yeah.
got so twisted and turned around that he is now the Herald of Baphomet. To kill Baphomet would certainly destroy the Herald.
But isn't that why we're getting the heart and trying to cram it back in his body to fix
Yeah,
this
we're going to try that.
so it doesn't destroy him?
We're going to try that.
And we're going to
We're
try to help.
absolutely gonna try that.
We're going to try to help the.
But if we need to kill
former
Baphomet
Iomedaean
before we
first.
can do that, then,
I don't know. It's possible. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could teleport back to Alderpash. If I'm reading you right, you could teleport back to Alderpash. Alderpash has said that if you bring Baphomet here, I will assist you as best I can in your fight against him. And if we are successful in destroying him, then that will be relieved. But this is more Lothar saying, religiously speaking, the Herald is essentially an extension of a deity, in large part. They are creatures of certain kinds, but if the deity is destroyed, then that power that keeps the Herald ensorcelled will be destroyed as well. And in this case, everything you've heard about the Herald, it would almost certainly destroy the Herald to destroy Baphomet at this time.
But wasn't our main focus to actually save the Herald? That was our
yes.
main mission. And then
secondary was
secondary thing.
Well, yeah. So save the Herald is the primary mission. That's what they want you to do. That was part of the reason why they were bestowed upon you guys those restoration spells too, or not restoration, atonement spells.
Yeah.
And now you know that Alderpash has said, look, the heart is in the vault as well. And you can't get to the Herald without going through the vault. What he also pointed out is the vault is going to be massively defended. They know you're here. They probably almost certainly at this point know what you're after.
What? We've been so stealthy.
Historically, historically, your theory behind why Baphomet hasn't shown up before now is that essentially he's using you guys as a test for his jailers. You guys show up out of nowhere, you start kicking ass. He's like sitting back and watching and saying, all right, let's see if my jailers are up to the task, and if they get killed, well, then they weren't up to the task. And, you sort of gone through that. So he may still be doing that. Plus you gotta probably figure Baphomet knows that there he is. Well, he knows he's in a precarious position. And he knows that you guys are allied with Nocticula, who gave him the zap beforehand. He's going to be cautious. what Alderpash is saying is that there's there are things that you can do to provoke him. Gathering his prized possessions out of the vault is one. Reclaiming the herald is another. And if you can provoke him beyond his capacity for reason, and he shows up, then and you guys have an opportunity to finish it, then you can finish it.
We just need to hang around us long enough. Anyone that hangs around us long enough is kind of beyond the capacity of reason.
It won't take long.
That's true. You guys have a unique ability to drive other creatures beyond the capacity for reason. Matt, how are you, bud?
I'm pretty good, Les. I got back from OBX yesterday, Cape Hatteras. I'm tired.
Nice. Cape Hatteras.
Yes, sir.
Did you do any
On the
fishing?
very Outer Banks there. No, just sightseeing. There's lots of historical stuff to see there, and then I let the ocean beat me up several times by running into it, thinking I could take it on, and it's like, nope. Yeah, it's like swift, harsh undertow and big waves.
Yep. People forget that a cubic foot of water weighs about 60 pounds.
One of the people we were with, one of their teenagers out there on the boogie board. I went to go talk to him. So I'm standing like waist deep water, and the ocean just reaches up and punches me so hard in the junk. I bend over, hit the next wave right in the mouth. My mouth, oh, and then I pulled my feet from out from under me, like, oh, finish him.
As long as you don't hear that statement, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Nothing like a junk punch from the ocean to set you back on the beach.
There was a sort of a special needs guy down the beach though, but he was making me laugh. He was like, I will fight every wave that comes this way. And he's like punching every wave. And he was doing like hours of just punching waves. You want some more of this? But great, it was great to watch. Like, what a workout. All right. How's me?
So-
how's everybody else? Good?
Good.
Excellent.
So after you guys talked, oh, go ahead. What you were saying?
No, nothing else. I'm good.
All right. So after you guys talked to Alderpash, he's like, you got to gather up the statue. So you got one from him. You went back upstairs, experiencing a fair amount of the time dilation that seems to go on between the various rooms here in this prison. And you also went into Agramalash's lair. Now, Agramalash turned out to be a crazy monster that was sleeping apparently in a big tube, a pool of water, a cylinder of water, and you guys managed to sneak by it, grab the statue, and run away fast enough that your poor long-suffering DM could not get him out of the water to attack you fast enough.
That was a classic moment. Like,
In the shower.
Which Gordon pointed out what he felt was like optimization and strategization, and I was like weaseling. You're talking about weasel, you guys weasel out of there. Of an encounter that I designed perfectly.
the paladin, if I thought about it, probably would have, if he had checked for evil, he would have detected evil and had to fight it. So he didn't detect evil. He just run food out of there.
He just ran in there, got the statue, knocked some shit over. By the time you got out of there, you guys were like, whoop, 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 whoopee, and out the door you went. So managed to get past that, got the fifth statue, went in there, made your case to the Navark Guardian, who basically was like,
Okay.
nah, fam, I can't let
Yeah,
you.
we didn't make a case.
And basically combat was joined. You guys fought the Navark and eventually killed it, and from her retrieved the sixth and last statue, which you yourself, Flashheart, fitted into place.
That was
Was
the
it that?
Squidward Tentacles guardian there.
Yeah,
Yeah, this fella right here.
that was the sushi buffet that Fletcher provided.
I tried to do a little parlay, but he's like, hey, I'm under keys. Can't help
I forgot to tell you that when they killed the guard and took that last statue, when they turned around, the other five were missing. I don't know what happened to them, but
And the other question before we get started, the guardian thing that got whacked had a staff. And I was hoping for
Mhm.
Gordon to be back so
Let's go outside.
so the wizard could look at it, but Ilendar has some arcane understanding. So why don't you
He does.
why don't you take a look at that
A
staff?
little bit.
All right, let
I'm thinking
me.
that
Yeah,
where's
nowhere near what
no
Bardo has.
Gordon tonight?
I'm sorry.
No Gordon tonight?
No.
Gordon and Jennifer are probably going to be out. They are their daughter's getting married, so they are doing that.
Or got married.
Awesome. Yeah.
Or got married. Yeah, I don't know. I was snubbed yet again from the
Again,
ceremony.
I feel like they're quitters if they don't call from the reception, like a zoom in from the reception. Hey, we're on the dance floor.
With
this is
a
what
phone.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Father-daughter dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing is I think their reception is at their place, so it would actually be easier for
Yeah, I
them.
think it's
Oh,
at
yeah.
the farmstead. That was Chuck. I think you said that, did you?
I think that's where they're doing the whole thing.
That'd be a
So-
classic like Mrs. Doubtfire scene where they go upstairs, be like adult parents with the reception, and then they run down to the basement, play a little D&D, and then run back upstairs real quick.
Roll some dice, say some nerdy things, then run back
Yeah,
up.
What'd you say? The old Mrs. Doubtfire?
the old Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ah, the old Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's a great
All right, so there is the rod is there. Basically, it's a longish staff-looking thing. It's obviously made out of various kinds of crystals and metals. It's not made out of wood. There does seem to be a cynosure of some sort, but it's a piece of flat, clear crystal rather than what you would normally see as a traditional cynosure that you would see on a staff, like a gem or something. Something at the top. It's more like a flat crystalline parallel, sort of like a lens almost on the end of it.
And did they drop anything else, or was the rod the only thing they had?
Well, the creature is still just laying there, and the only thing that she had on her was the rod.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure we didn't forget to collect that.
Yep.
All right.
And
If you do you want to do any like identification? So once you got the statues in, you could see the statue of Baphomet in the corner. You could see a seam kind of right down the middle, and there's a little bit of like reddish light coming out of the seam. It's maybe a 1/4 inch opened.
Ilmar thinks it's a
like
staff.
that much. Which roll?
an 8.
Natural one. So-
Wow, natural one. Yeah, this
Ilmar
is
thinks it's a
well.
staff.
So
She's like, "Hey."
frankly, it's as alien a staff as you have ever seen. It's made with metals that you can't identify. There are crystals and weird triggering mechanisms, it looks like, on it, or some sort of triggering mechanism that you'd probably think, well, these are sort of reminiscent of the kinds of triggering mechanisms that I remember from my Drow homeland on handheld crossbows. But this is much more sophisticated and frankly beyond your comprehension.
Are you kidding? You're giving Eldar too much credit. He was holding it upside down.
Yeah.
It was Lothar that walked over to him and said, actually, here,
Pointed it at us, like
No,
like
put it, no.
hold it like this. I was like, oh yeah, okay.
what's the
That's better.
famous frame from Star Wars where Luke is holding the lightsaber
Well,
up
I'd
to
say
his
that
eye?
face, yeah.
That's what Illendar is doing, and even
Yeah.
Storm's just like, oh, sh-
So that's, like I said, I wanted to make sure we collect it so that when Gordon's back, we can have our actual knowledgeable magic user take a look
Yeah.
at it.
Rob, that makes a lot more sense.
He's the one that can do identify and all the rest of that stuff.
So,
Ildar's the social wizard, not the smart wizard.
But if you put down, if you're putting this on Party Booty or anything like that, it is a Bill Julie rod, or Navark's rod, BIL apostrophe DJ OOLI, Bejewelly.
Hang on.
Bejewelly.
Bejeweled rod.
Bejeweled.
That's what the ladies
Bedazzled.
call it.
A bedazzled rod.
Bejeweled rod. Hello, ladies.
And Don, you're keeping party stuff. right?
No, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay.
But I didn't have the character sheet up, and it's
Dude, I would assume by now we just have Fletcher like on a regular detail, just pick him up with a Glabrezu arm and shake Grotto upside down.
Yeah, grab him by the foot and shake him.
How'd that get in there?
Falls out.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, I meant to give that back to you.
Gems and coins just fall out.
Yeah, like,
okay. Les, now I got to
Is that the monkey squaw?
What was that again?
Bill Julie, BIL apostrophe D JOOLI, Bill Julie. And it is a Bill Julie rod.
you're a Bill Julie.
Okay. Something
So
like
you
that.
said something about a crack when we put in the last statue.
Yeah, so the statue, what you're stating, what you're sort of standing there is this thing right here, which is a big statue of Baphomet sort of sitting in that traditional pose, right? When you guys place the sixth statue into the sixth little statue into the little concave settings, you hear like a sort of like a creaking noise, and a thin line of reddish light appeared sort of in the middle of the larger statue. And you could hear sort of a little bit, and you can see that there's like a little bit of like red glow coming through like a line, like the statue splitting in half.
Right.
But it only goes about a quarter inch. You can see the red light, sort of a ruddy, dim light. It's not firelight because it's steady, but yeah, you can see that there is like a split there now.
Would you guys mind if I investigated?
I'm on board. I'm also
Knock yourself out.
standing right by you.
You do you, Sir Gatto. We will watch from over here.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
I always remember that. Remember that when we were in Luciera? What the hell is it?
Illusionera?
Yeah, and you go into that room with like nothing but electrical things just zapping you like a pinball around the room. Do you remember like there's like several columns of just electrical shocks?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was right before we got into the vault with all the cash, and then we had to argue with Les for the next 2 hours on the weight of cash.
2 hours. Try 2 days.
Hey, that was an email chain.
It's
Yeah.
still funny. It's still funny.
It's still wrong.
Les is still butthurt about that one.
It's still wrong. Gordon and I are going to go round and round. But we're going to be about, he and I are going to be like both 80 years old. We're going to have about 3 marbles rolling around our heads, about cutting the long white beards. And we're going to be like, you were totally wrong about that shit with the coins. And he was like, you were totally wrong. And our kids will be like, come on, Grandpa, let's get you to bed.
Let's get you to bed.
All right. So Gatto, you,
The-
so are you looking around the statue? Or are you like looking in pressing your eye directly up against the statue so you can look in there? So
Okay.
your eye is completely defenseless, that kind of thing?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
looking around the crack, not around the whole statue and everything.
Okay.
That first one should be a +1 and then 5 more for traps.
Wait, I just
So
want to make
it's
sure you're looking in the crack, but not the hole.
Right.
Yes.
Crazy.
Got it. Just want to make sure.
It's all about phrasing.
I am primarily looking for traps and mechanisms to open it farther.
Okay, you don't see any traps. You do see, and you will touch it a little bit. Even just the lightest push, you just press just a teeniest bit to sort of like test it out. Even though this statue is obviously made of some sort of stone, it's immensely heavy. It's large. It's probably 15 to 17 feet tall itself. The statue itself. Even the slightest pressure on the edge, you can see the line of light that was a quarter inch. That part of the statue just goes. I mean, you can even just a little bit of push opens it up more.
Okay.
And at first you're like, ah! And then you're like, okay, it's obviously on some sort of spindle mechanism that
Yeah, that kind of worked.
even just a very small pressure is enough to move it and to open it.
Go to the vault.
Are you gonna open it?
I'll open it.
All right. So at that moment, you guys are all sort of looking around. And you're like, boy, I hope that Gatto's going to be okay and nothing bad happens to him with this whole door thing. That would be crazy. You see him sort of like, you see the line open up a little more, and Gatto stands back a little bit shocked. And then he takes both hands and he just sort of like pulls it away. Gatto, the thing moves like it's on lubricated rails. You put your hands in there and open it up, and the things just swing open. And it becomes a large doorway. The two halves of the statue basically go all the way out and then come back and almost come back where they are flush with the wall. And you realize, the rest of you realize, Gatto's not really in a position to see it, but the rest of you realize that the carvings, the intricate carvings on the side walls were cleverly done so that the actual statue fits perfectly in there. So it actually does. You hear it sort of click into place when it's open. And it's open. It's about a 20-foot wide passageway. You can see red light, sort of a like a ruddy red light coming out, a maroon light almost. And again, one of those long passageways that you've seen before. In this case, it's red. And Gatto, you could see this sort of. It looks to be about 100 to 150 yards down this path, this red path.
Okay.
There seemed to be what looked like a big set of iron gates. Now, the path itself looks like it's stone, much like the other paths, but there doesn't seem to be anything around it, just this sort of amorphous reddish glow, sort of like space out there. You can't, and as you sort of peer out there, you can also see that there are large pieces of black stone that are sort of floating around and moving very slowly in the area off the path. So it's very sort of surreal.
Yeah. This is like a sub-dimension, a pocket dimension, guys.
Can we take it with us then? We could always use one of those.
Oh yeah.
Can we call dibs?
Yeah.
Dibs on the pocket
Too
dimension.
late, I already did.
It's a bitch to valet park a sky whale, but if we had one of these.
guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Sorry, I swore in front of your child, Mike.
Every day. You dress him up, you take him out, he bites his teacher.
I told you guys he does this to see, like, him and Haley have this little contest to see who can get the most reactions, either waves or buys or hello, whatever. So,
Yeah.
so since almost everyone said something, he did a fist pump on the way out of the.
Nice.
Nice.
So when she comes, everyone's stone face.
They were just.
Okay, you guys ready? I'll go in.
What do we want marching order behind him? I'm willing to be right behind him. Is it big enough for Storm to go down?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The path itself is probably 20 feet wide. Maybe
Yeah,
25.
Yeah, most demons around here are the size of her, so.
Okay. Do you want to go next then? And I'll be behind Storm?
Yeah. Ilendar's not, but Storm will go up there.
Yeah, so it's Gatto, then Ilendar, and then 30 feet behind them is the.
Is everybody else? All right. The angel, as you guys pass through the door, he's like, good luck. I know you will succeed. I have every faith in you. Iomedeus with you. Iomedeus Volt.
Yeah.
You
What's
angel.
what's he doing?
Yeah, you're not with us.
Yeah. Because someone's got to be with us.
No,
'cause
I have a great deal of other things I have to do. Oh, and also, since Flashheart allowed it, Waxberry is coming along with as well. She's walking along with you guys, sort of in behind. She's not super happy about that, but she's following behind Flashheart.
Why doesn't Waxberry stay with Alderpash?
She doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to. She wants to accompany Flashheart and you guys. She wants basically. And I'm not going to give you guys a sense motive on this because it's obvious, but that she feels partially responsible for what happened to the Herald.
Got turned. Yeah.
She was there when it happened, and she was captured along with the Herald and brought here, and she witnessed, to a greater or lesser extent, the corruption of the Herald. She feels responsible because she was powerless to do anything. Now, admittedly, she's not a very powerful priestess, and there would be a significant limit on what she could have done. And the best she probably could have done would have get herself killed. But she feels responsible, and she thinks that you guys, especially Flashheart in this case, are she firmly believes that you guys are going to redeem the Herald and bring him back and save him.
So Ilendar talks to her with the 36 bluff and says, Storm may look powerful, but she's really scared of everything. So we need you to stay behind her and just give her words of encouragement.
I can do that, of course. Yeah, I didn't know that. A dragon could be so scared.
You can't say it and have the soundbite ready.
He was ready. I was waiting.
Are you challenging the DM?
No.
But she agrees. So with a 36 bluff, yeah, there isn't a score that she's got that can come anywhere close to that. So she absolutely buys into this, and she's like, so you see her as you guys are sort of meandering down this path, and you're looking around and you see this black sort of space and these black with that sort of glows with a weird reddish light. And these big stones that seem very far off that are sort of floating around. After you talk with her, she definitely gets behind Storm, in this case, sort of next to him, and is like, it's going to be okay. Don't be afraid. That kind of thing. And Storm's looking at her and he's looking at you and he's looking at her and he's like, the hell, man? I'm babysitting now?
He's going to tail check Illendar.
Off the path, Illendar goes.
So who?
Not cool,
Storm is
bro.
very motherly, so she would definitely take up on this and usher Waxberry behind her, knowing what Illendar is doing.
Who has teleport memorized?
Bardos. Bardos
does.
Bardos.
Apparently, Illendar
That's
does.
helpful.
Illendar has it twice. All right, thank you.
Illendar has it?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got that and plane shift.
This is when you said Bardos has it. This is all I thought of. Oh, Bardos has the teleport spell.
Okay.
All right, so you guys, so Illendar, you have a teleport spell?
Yeah,
Lothar, you have plane shift, right?
and I'm a spontaneous caster, so I get that and plane shift just whenever I want, as long as I'm not out of spells or that level of spells.
Yes, I have plane shift.
Okay.
And you're not out of it, right?
No, I am not.
Okay.
We rested, and I haven't done many spells since then, so I think I got all those spell levels.
So don't.
So don't use them all.
As you
Okay.
guys proceed
Now the
down,
heart,
go ahead.
the herald is past the vault, is what Alderpash said.
Right. The herald's prison is past the vault. Now,
And
Alderpash will say there are other things that are on the other side of the vault. It's like where Baphomet keeps his most valuable things in the vault. And then even beyond that are other cells, other things.
and where is the heart?
The heart's in the vault.
In the vault.
We're gonna find some
But
Pokemon
we're going to
cards.
find the heart first.
We're gonna find the Pokemon cards in a vault for sure.
Right.
Okay.
Valuable
So
stuff.
so if we find the heart,
Mhm.
we want to go find the herald before we take the glaive and the twine.
Yes.
Right.
Well, so Alderpash would tell you is that just merely picking up the glaive and the twine might not be enough to provoke him, but certainly you will have
We're not risking it.
the moment you pick them up, you will definitely have Baphomet's full attention. It's from Alderpash's point of view, it might not necessarily be the picking up of the glaive and the string that provokes Baphomet, but potentially the threat to destroy them. That would
Okay.
certainly provoke some sort of reaction. Because according to Alderpash, the glaive he knows is the glaive that belonged to him when belonged to Baphomet when he was first taken into service of Lamashtu. So you guys know the history of Baphomet, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So Baphomet was just king, was essentially the
He
first
was the king of the Minotaurs, right?
king of the Minotaurs, right? So and he was as such in some case, he had eventually got to the point where he had become sort of one of the consorts of Lamashtu. And when Lamashtu wanted him to, she brought him to the abyss and essentially deified him. So he's one of the few, actually in the hells. She brought him to the hells. Lamashtu is a devil, not a demon, and basically semi-deified him. So he's one of the few devils or minor devil. Well, he was one of the few minor devils that had not sort of gone the route of starting out as a larva and kind of working his way up the ranks. He was sort of brought in because she did. Then he was captured by Asmodeus, because the story is that Baphomet wanted so much to impress Lamashtu as his consort and become her permanent and only consort, that he got into his head that he was going to steal Asmodeus's ruby rod, his rod of power, present it to Lamashtu as a prize, and that would be enough that Lamashtu would love this so much that she would make him his only consort, and they would rule wherever they rule together in eternity. Well, of course, he got caught, and Asmodeus, as punishment, created the plane that you guys are on right now, created the plane of mazes. And initially it was in the hells, and he placed Baphomet in it as punishment, like as a prison, and it was one giant maze. Well, Baphomet managed to figure out how the maze worked. It took him like a century, but he figured out how the maze worked, and not only was he able to release himself from it, but he also took it over from Asmodeus and ported it over to the abyss, where he became a demon lord over this plane. Now, Asmodeus is a greater deity, and greater deities are sort of far removed from these kind of things. They're as alien to mortals as any, I mean, they're what they think and their motives for doing something are as alien to us as they would be to anything. So nobody knows what Asmodeus thinks of this arrangement. One might assume that he's angry with Baphomet for releasing himself from his prison, but Asmodeus has done nothing to try and reclaim this prison from Baphomet.
That we're aware of.
That you guys are aware of. So you just don't know. But anyway, that's how Baphomet got here. Now, he also, when he was captured by Asmodeus, he petitioned Lamashtu to save him, to go to Asmodeus and say, "Release my servant." And basically she said, I don't know who this Baphomet guy is. If you caught him trying to, I didn't tell him to do this. So, he's out. And so he hated her for sort of turning her back on him. So he's sort of on his own out here. But yeah, that's how he sort of got to here.
Phil, this is a good women, am I right joke could be inserted.
So you guys are moving slowly down this pathway, and again, you begin to feel that sort of weird dilation of time and space as you move forward here. Feels like could take as much as 20 minutes to get down this path. It could be as much as 2 hours. The path seems to go on, and then suddenly you find yourselves just standing there in front of these iron gates. And we're going to move the map, and I hope this works.
So do we.
It worked. I'll be damned. All right, you find yourself
Praise
on a black stone platform in front of, right here, a pair of huge iron doors.
I just see black.
All the way to the
The
left.
Doors are closed.
So yes.
Yeah.
You can't see yourself.
I don't see myself.
I see myself.
I
I
see
see
you.
yourself.
All right, hold on, let
Run
me-
them out.
I
Is,
checked.
is Gato invisible again?
No. Oh, yep, I've screwed up. Here we go. One moment.
Can say I see Gato.
Do you have dark vision?
No, I have low light.
Okay.
Life?
Hey, he has low light vision.
Low light.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. His ears.
Am I the only one that does not have dark vision?
Hold on.
Fletcher also only has low light.
I don't have. I'm a human.
All
I don't
right.
have
Can you
dark
see
vision.
yourself now?
I see us now.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. Yeah, but you come to these huge iron doors. They're black. They look to be made of iron. They are probably individually. It's 25 feet across, so two double doors. Well, single set of double doors. You know what I mean. And it arches upward, potentially. Your guess is 30 feet high up into the air, and curves together up at the top like a big Gothic window. You don't see any runes or carvings on this door, and they don't radiate magic. All you see is in that archaic abyssal, those of you who can read it, just you see what looks to be a small a small, just a single sentence carved into the door that
Speak,
says,
friend, and enter.
no, it says in archaic abyssal, it could be that the purpose of your life is only to serve as a warning to others.
Nice.
That sounds like an explosive rune.
Wait, he protects his vault with a fortune cookie.
Hey, Fletcher, open this up. I will, if you guys will allow, I will check for traps.
Please
We're all,
do.
we're all gonna back up while you do that.
That's not a bad idea. Back up 30 feet.
All right, well, we don't have enough room on this map, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
assuming that everybody's
Just
backed up.
assume.
All right, so Gatto, you're going to check it. 38 procession and 50 to disable traps?
Yes.
50? Is that the first
Yeah.
50 you've rolled on that?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. So as you look over this thing, you're looking everywhere. There's no locks. There's big iron handles that look you can sort of push inward. But there's no trap that you can find. There's no lock. Your guess is that you could just push these open and enter. There's nothing on these doors except for that single sentence carved in archaic abyssal.
Hey, Ilindar, why don't we get Storm to push this open?
Storm will push
I
it
back up 30 feet.
It'll be okay, Storm. You can do it.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. And so you see her. I would Storm sort of like bring her into his saddle?
No,
She can
You
stay
would
here
not-
for now.
yeah. And then we all say, why don't you stay here while Storm goes and does this?
But won't he be frightened? Shouldn't I go with him?
Well, you've already told him to not be afraid. He won't. He'll be okay for 6 seconds.
She'll be fine. You already gave her the motivation she needed.
All right. If that's what you think will work, I just hope it doesn't get frightened. All right. So you push open both doors, or just one door, or
Probably just start with like the top one.
the top one? All right. Like the statue before, you see Storm sort of reach up and
And fall in.
touch the door, and the door just goes and opens completely up, silently on hidden hinges that move at the slightest touch. The door opens up and you can see into what looks to be a long pillared hallway. There is art and paint. There are paintings and art hanging from the walls. You see some doors about midway through, and but the end of the hall is shrouded in darkness for some of you, not as much for others. So just so you guys know, just to meta a little bit, I'm using the onboard. I've stopped using the legacy lighting. So this is the regular Roll20 lighting stuff with all the options. I've switched all your characters over and stuff
The
like
new
that. And I've
features
used
and everything, right?
the new features. So I went a little berserk with some of the things, which you'll notice as we go on. So just keep your laughter in check.
So this is the vault we're looking into? I'm trying to understand.
So you're looking into it looks like a hallway. It's you don't see piles of gems or jewels or anything like that. You see strange and unusual paintings and tapestries on the walls to either side. There are pillars. There are 3 pillars that are in the center of the hallway that maybe hold up something. I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know what you guys see. So
you see what you see.
Once the doors open, if you guys will allow again, I will go and investigate every few feet.
Yep.
Looks dangerous.
You keep saying we will allow as if you're our prisoner.
I don't want to assume anything. I'm letting you know that you guys are in charge. I'm just here.
Yes,
We will allow you to be cannon fodder. Yes.
go forth and protect our caravan.
All right. All right. Perception. All right. Hold on.
33.
Yeah, I can read. All right. So you step into the doorway. And you can't see, obviously you step into it's definitely a hallway. You see a couple of sets of double doors, again made out of that same iron, although not as big, here and here. There's art on the walls and everything. Behind, at the very end of the hallway, is another set of enormous doors, and again the same size. And the ceilings in this room are the same size, 30 feet high, way up there, curved. Standing in front of the doors is some sort of creature that you may or may not be able to see. Can you see it?
Storm can.
I see something here.
Yep. So there is a creature, probably 11, 12 feet tall, that seems to be it's just standing there. You do see that it has, well, here's what it looks like. I'll just show everybody.
Nice doggy.
Probably
I
for
think
the
I got a
best.
milk bone for you here, buddy.
So that's what it looks like. So
That
it's a large, either armored creature or something else.
Not a
It
Warhammer
has
40K Space Marine
Yeah.
I don't think so,
for the Emperor.
but it's big, probably 11, 12 feet tall. It's just standing there. Your guess is that it knows you're there because you could see sort of the head kind of go like this and that kind of stuff. So your guess is that it has detected you and sees you.
Has
but
not moved though.
It has not moved.
Yoke. Who's heading down the hall first? Well, Gatto's still checking for traps.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right. Well, you step into the room. You don't see any traps, at least.
I'm doing this every 5 feet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you don't see any traps or anything like that. What you see is what you get. You do see further on the door that there does seem to be something on the larger door, but you can't tell from this distance what it is.
On which larger door?
This door. It looks. Here, hold on.
That one there. Okay.
The door behind the guy.
Right.
So are we following him slowly down the hallway?
I don't know.
I meant that for everybody else.
We
Storm's
should
going
probably
first.
we should probably have a yeah. I can go next, or we can have somebody else between. Maybe Fletcher next, and then we should have somebody follow up from the back a little bit, just make sure nothing springs a trap from behind.
I'm gonna ask Waxberry to stay back with me and Lothar and kind of help protect us.
So we can push you into the way of danger.
Come, little human shield.
I'm my meat puppet.
All right. I'm going to give you control of Waxberry.
Okay.
Ilendar, so that you can move her around. Actually, I'm going to give everybody control of Waxberry. Don't do anything.
No, she
Don't do
isn't.
anything. All right. So Gatto, you get to that doorway. 37 perception. Just keep rolling up. Let me know when you want to listen to something specific.
This is my role at the door.
Okay. All right. So 28 perception. You see this creature, and this guy here is obviously looking at you.
Yep.
As you approach. That said, you do hear from behind that door sort of a snuffling noise.
Okay.
All right, Gatto's moving forward. What are the rest of you doing?
Hey,
the rest of you are
guys,
sort of stepping in.
Guys, there's something behind this door. Do you want me to open it or not?
The other creature's not moving at all. The one at the end of the hall, that can't.
The creature at the end of the hall is very aware of us, but has not moved yet.
And you're standing in front of a door,
I am standing in front of the door just north of me. Yes.
and that's where you hear the sound from.
So you hear some kind of
Yes.
animal behind this or some kind of something?
Some kind of something.
What about, is there a door across the way?
Yes. South of me. Yes.
Check that one too, because that might be something that this creature can like open up. Like to get us from behind if we go past it.
I'm telling you, I'm being very careful in this room. I don't trust it.
Okay.
I
So
agree.
the rest of you guys, those of you who can see the creature down at the end of the hall, as Gatto crosses the room, you see his head. So he's got these giant sort of robotic spaulders on. He's covered in thing. He's got a big sort of sword spike welded to his hand, that kind of thing. As Gatto crosses, you just see his head just go and watch. He's watching Gatto. He's not taking his eyes off. I mean, he doesn't really have eyes
I
per
was gonna
se.
say, can't really blame
Sort of
him.
like a Cylon looking band, but you could see
Yeah.
he moves his head to sort of look over at him.
Yeah,
Gatto
So
is
this last roll is me at the south door.
okay. You don't hear a snuffling sound, but you do hear this.
Minotaur.
So my guess is these doors get opened when there's a threat.
Okay.
Or do the doors open in or out? Can you tell?
They
by the
open
look-
outward into the room.
So is there a way that we could make it so those doors can't open?
Caltrops.
Yeah, we can spike the doors. I carry a bunch of spikes in my backpack for just on this occasion to spike a door open or closed.
I don't know how effective that's going to be against
I don't either.
the size and power.
If you guys want to try it, I'm more than willing to get out of the way.
Well, there are spells that hold doors. There's wall of force that you can put up in the way so the door wouldn't be able to open, stuff like that.
Yeah, wall
I'm
of
look-
force is
Well,
is
you
a
wanna get all fancy, sure, knock yourself
Gordon
out.
thing.
Yeah, wall of force is a Gordon thing. And I don't think I have anything that can do it or anything similar.
You need like doorstop of the gods or something to kick it open.
All you really need is a triangular wedge of wood.
Yeah, that's what I got in my bag right here.
Just wedge it underneath of there and figure everything will be all right.
Iomade herself will not be able to open it after this. So what's the, what do you want to do?
Well, so far this creature here has not done anything other than watch you. You can hear on
Oh.
both sides, you can hear creatures on the other side of those doors, but nothing has come out of those doors.
Well, I'm sure if he had anything, he's friendly.
Oh, sure. Baphomet's own vault. Yeah.
He looks terribly friendly.
The only thing I can't do walls of force, but I could put a wall across the entire room right there, and then have Storm push it over. So that would-
Gatto.
well, yeah, onto where Gatto is right now. That would effectively put like a 6-inch stone doorstop across the entire doorway. And it's not like you could push it open because it'd be laying on the floor from one side to the other. So there's no give.
No,
It's just solid stone. So
I
you
mean-
literally have to break the door to get it open.
right. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
That's the only wall I can do. I can't do the wall of force.
So you can do a wall of stone and then it can be pushed over
And then
basically.
it can be pushed out. Yeah. I just won't secure it to the walls. I'll just have it standing straight up and then, yeah. Storm's easily strong enough to just push it over.
Yeah. And
So
then
I
if
moved
that-
to here, so I'm out of the way of that stone wall that's going to be.
Well, we haven't
Generating
decided that
push-down.
yet. I'm just saying that's an option if we want to make sure those doors. don't-
I'm just making sure that if you do that option, I'm out of the way already.
Gatto, as you move closer, you see the creature at the doorway looking at you, and you can see he was standing there sort of at attention almost, arms at his sides. And now he's like, you see him move, sort of forward, and you see him bring up his fist, and you can see that he has
Now one's a big blade. Yeah.
one is a big blade. The other is just, well, like a spiked gauntlet. So more like a hand, You also see, since you're doing perception checks every 2 seconds, you also see that his jaw, which comes down quite a bit farther than a normal person's jaw would, you can see that there is some sort of purple light in his mouth.
Okay.
It's emanating from outside. You can see his mouth drops open just a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 inches, which is just a teeny bit for on a 12-foot tall creature. And you can see purple light emanating from his mouth and his eyes.
So he hasn't stepped forward, but he has prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's looking right at you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I just checked. If I did the wall, it would be between 4 and 5 inches thick.
Okay. So when you say you're going to set it down, it's going to be on the ground and it's going to be 4 or 5 inches thick.
But it's going to go wall to wall in front of those doors, so you can't open them.
It's a wall that's like 15 feet tall, 5 inches thick, and then
And it's
Storm knocks it down.
It's right up.
So it's basically like laying a board down across.
Okay.
So it's going to basically put this 4 to 5 inch thing of concrete or stone across the entire floor. So there's a step up and then a step down on the other side. Yeah.
Right.
But the 2 doors now open right
But
into
it would make it to where you literally have to break the door, the hinge to get the door open. There's no
Because
way.
the door's open into this room.
Right.
Okie dokie.
I'm just saying it's going to be a big deal if we really get in those doors because.
Yeah, because you can't just dispel that. That's a permanent thing.
No. Once I do this, it's permanent.
You can break it up.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
permanent.
wish it away. We can
Yeah, it's permanent.
cast rock to mud, something like that. But otherwise, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
whoever's in the maintenance crew around here is going to hate me. So
so you're setting it up so that you guys can just walk across it.
Right.
well, yeah, it's just
Okay.
going to be like a 5-inch step that goes up on this side, goes down on this side. But like I said, the whole purpose is just to put this solid mass
Mm-hmm.
between the 2 doors, so none of the doors on the sides can open.
Of course, construction of those doors is really poor, and there's like a 7-inch gap at the bottom.
So they just go around the top. It's like, oh, sorry guys, I didn't check the gap in the bottom.
There's dwarves in Dresden right now going, "Who built this? It was that
So-
drow, wasn't it?"
So while they're doing that,
I haven't done that yet. I'm just saying that's an option if we want to
Right.
make sure these side doors don't open.
well, Rob,
Well, they
while
haven't-
you're considering that, I'm going to move to here and cast Blessing of Fervor, which will get everyone.
All right.
Blessing of fervor.
Well, that's only rounds per level, so we need to jump into action immediately once you cast that.
Is anyone else feeling fervorish?
Well, once
It
you
will.
cast this, I'm sure we all will.
Oh yeah, it's 14 rounds.
I'm just saying, if you do
Dude.
that, we need to, if we're doing the wall thing, we need to get the wall in place first.
Well, that's what I thought you were. I'm sorry. I
No,
meant
I'm just
once-
saying. At
once
this
He's
stage,
got
I'm
you
proposing it. He's not done it yet.
okay.
Yeah, I'm just proposing. I can do this.
Well,
If
once
everyone
he's,
thinks this is a good idea and we want to do this. I haven't done it yet.
well, I think it's a good idea to try to block those doors, and using the wall of stone as a wedge so that the doors can't open seems better than any of the other options that I can think of at this point.
We do have resist energy acid, correct?
Correct.
Right.
So I'm not going to cast Blessing and Fervor until the doors are blocked. And then I'll move into place and because at this point, Gatto has moved to here and the warrior looking thing has started to react, not just watch, it's actually started to prepare.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking if he takes another step forward, it's probably going to start to do stuff. And I would rather he not do that until we have the doors blocked, in case the first thing he does is open the
Just open the
doors.
doors.
So a Minotaur and a whatever the hell it is behind the other door come charging out, trying to eat people.
All right. Like I said, if we're on the same page, I'll cast it and do it.
Go for it.
I was to say, I think it's a good idea, but
Go for it.
Activate.
I am not moving forward until it's there.
Activate the Fletcher.
Fletcher's already up there and looks kind of activated, so.
yeah.
Well, he's just so the creature's now, going back and forth between Fletcher and Gatto. And I mean, it's hard to, he doesn't have a face, so it's hard to sort of ascertain what he's thinking.
Okay.
But Fletcher's guess is that he's probably trying to decide which is the most dangerous between Fletcher and Gatto.
We're still trying to figure that out.
Well, if it's danger to your pocketbook, then it's Gatto by a mile.
So, all right, well, if everybody's cool, then this round I'm casting the spell. So it's a one action spell. It puts a 15-foot wall kind of, right across here, and then
Storm knocks it over.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not secure, so it falls right where that green square is, or rectangle.
All right, so yeah, basically, so I don't think you even have to bother knocking it over. You could probably create it horizontally instead of vertically. So I'm assuming you kind of create it right there on the floor.
I thought you had to create it
I don't see anything.
Okay.
This spell creates a wall of rock that merges into adjoining rock surfaces.
You have to create it. You have to create it vertically, but you create it 6 inches thick and
No, it says
15
right
or
here.
6 inches high. 6 inches high and 15 feet
Short.
thick.
No, listen. You can. It's the second paragraph. You can create a wall of stone in almost any shape you desire. The wall created need not be vertical nor rest upon any firm foundation. However, it must merge with and be solidly supported by existing stone. So in this case, it would have to be the stone of the floor.
Of the
that is
floor, yeah.
supporting. Yeah.
Okay, so if I do
But you can
this,
create it in that size.
if I do that, it's
Mhm.
no longer moving it.
Well, no, it won't be moved. I mean, it wouldn't be
No,
able to
because
be
it's going to be
moved.
part of the floor.
Yeah.
It's part of the floor. Essentially,
Right,
you
if I
created
make them
a.
knock it over.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get in here later, we could do some pushing and shoving, and
Well, you can still break it up or turn it to mud.
yeah. I can
Or
put some-
dispel. Well, you just can't automatically
You can't
dispel it,
dispel
can
it.
you?
Oh, you
You
can't.
can't
It's
dispel it. It's permanent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, the maintenance crew, whoever works around here, is going to hate me for this.
Permanent like your school
It's
record.
just a couple of those demodons, the guards that come down here is like, yeah, we got to clean up after those Optimist Prime guys. The fuck is this?
Freaking step here.
Did you put a wall? Did you put a new floor here? Who did this?
Who does
Call
that?
down Keith. Get Keith in here.
Get Keith.
Somebody go.
Keith from Baphometean Janitorial Services.
Yeah.
We need to
Can I help
feed we need to feed the demon dog behind the. Oh, son of a bitch!
Son of a.
It's going to take forever to get. I ain't going there.
They got a meat slicer like on Seinfeld. They're like slipping pieces of turkey and human flesh in between the wall. There
Okay,
you go.
well then-
Good boy.
Well, then, yeah, I'll just create it on the floor there, so there's no push over. It's just boom. There's a step.
Okay.
there.
Yeah, and that goes with no problem. And it does not provoke a reaction from this guy. He's observing everything.
Mhm.
Does he talk?
He has not said a word.
No,
They
he's the
try
one
to
that says
parlay with him?
maintenance is going to kill you guys.
Maintenance is gonna Maintenance will destroy you if I can't.
Can I pop up there if nobody else is talking? I'm gonna stand behind Gatto.
Oh, yeah.
Bravely,
Okay.
as Paladin does. No,
So
I'll
we're-
come up there.
Are you guys ready for the blessing or no?
Oh yeah, I thought you already cast it. Yeah, hit me with
Well,
the
no,
No,
I
not
was-
yet. Yeah.
I was waiting until the doors were blocked. Let's
When you
make
say
sure.
blessing, I'm always imagining everybody sitting around at a table, and I just want to, in Erastel's name, we want to thank you for the food and for the ability to fight these robot-looking guys
Yeah.
down in this vault.
I
So
just
take a-
expect always to see over Gatto wincing every time a good spell is cast on him. Like
Yes.
anybody else skin itchy? My skin is itchy.
Thank you. Thank you,
How tall's the
Erastel.
ceiling?
30 feet. Actually.
Yeah, it's 30 to 35 feet. It's high.
Storm will bend
Big
down-
arched ceiling.
Yeah, Storm will bend down close to Fletcher, and as best she can whisper, say, "Do you want to rush, and I'll try and get around behind, or do you want me to go up, get his attention, and you trying to get behind?"
Well, he's sort of standing right there behind the door, by the door. I don't know that behind is an option at this
No,
point.
no, it's just she needs to be in front of me, which is totally fine.
No,
He backs up.
she's like,
Yeah,
I
he
can
backs
go
up and says, "I would like you in front." That's all good.
She's like, I can go get its attention to try and pull it away from the wall.
I like that. That's
And
always
then
my
get
best.
around
plan.
behind it.
We need a name for that plan. That's our
And so
standard.
I
Yeah.
cast,
Attack pattern Delta or something.
Okay, I hear this. I'm gonna step to the side. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
Gatto, how long ago was that 4147? Is it when you
6
were-
seconds,
Okay. Okay.
12 seconds
Did you
ago.
Did you just step forward?
I stepped to there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use stealth, not invisibility, but stealth.
You
Because
mean,
I'm behind this pillar.
oh, come on. What does he think that this is some sort of like,
I-
like the disappearing thumb?
Well, he doesn't know if I'm gonna come out this way or that way.
Oh, I wonder where he went. He stepped behind the pillar and then didn't come out. Ah, it's a mystery. I don't know what's going on. Stealth. Give me a break.
Works great on 2-year-olds.
I'm imagining Gatto is doing that blanket thing where they fool dogs on YouTube.
It's always a good time.
So Gatto can't even
All
see himself.
Well, and then you decided to roll a natural 20 stealth check.
Yeah.
Maybe it is like the thumb thing. You see the creature sort of looking around like, where'd he go? Hey, wait a second.
You doing the whole dog thing where like kick his head to the side?
What now? All right, well, Gatto sort of steps behind the pillar and is like, kind of like, you guys could see him fine. You're like, the fuck is Gatto doing? But you could see the creature near the door is kind of like, where'd he fucking go? The rest of it, so he's still looking at Fletcher now that he can't see Gatto. So he's got his eyes on Fletcher, and certainly he's got his eyes on Storm. And you can hear Waxberry in the back going, "You could do it.
Go, Dragon, go.
You could do it, Storm." But yeah, he still hasn't moved.
Okay. She's basically gonna tell Fletcher, or actually both of you, since you're both close by now, that she's gonna go up top and try and pull him out. And then, yeah, you guys come in from the either below or around behind. And
All set.
so,
Well, I wish I'd written that plan down. He's going to go in, he's going to come out, then he's going to go around behind, and then he's going to put one
Shake it
hand
all
in and
about.
take one out. Yeah.
And do the hokey pokey.
It sounds like Captain Quint trying to teach the chief how to tie a ship knot there. You go into the eel goes into the cave and comes out of the cave.
she's gonna keep inching her way forward.
Got black
So
eyes,
unless you tell me to roll initiative or something happens.
doll's eyes, like a shark's eyes.
Okay. So Waxberry creeps forward. So
No.
Storm,
Ilna says, stay back here. There's about to be some
but
really
Storm
bad
needs
things.
me.
No, you already told Storm what to do. She's got this.
But he needs me. You're 36 bluff, and it made it so that I'm not going to leave him.
Ever, regardless of what you do now.
So obviously now that Gatto is sort of hidden, the creature is now looking directly at Storm, and you can see it has sort of gotten into this thing, this battle. I mean, it's obviously sort of like an on guard stance, right?
Mhm.
It's definitely aware of that Storm is there, and
Storm's not exactly.
but
It's Storm's not trying to hide her intent. She's kind of moving forward like she's stalking something. So it's
okay.
so she gets to there.
Fletcher's waving
He's
and
not-
smiling.
He's not doing anything yet.
No.
When the bad guy doesn't have a lot of exposition he needs to get through
Okay.
first, I'm always more worried. Like, hey, I'm going to kill you all, but first let me tell you all about my
The 5
how
foot step,
badass I am.
and he just moves 5 foot north, and that's it.
Now we are within 10 feet of each other, aren't we?
Oh yeah, she's gonna start swinging if he's
Well, he
not-
doesn't swing.
Actually, first she's
Yes.
gonna say step aside.
Ooh, what was that?
Well, he opens his mouth and a bunch of weird purple gas comes flying out. engulfing both Storm and since it's an area of effect, I guess that's Gatto too. So I need both of you guys to roll for me a fortitude save.
No,
This
reflex.
is no fortitude. This is a
No
poison
reflex.
gas. So I mentioned that it's a poison gas instead of in case anybody has immunities or is immune, has problems.
I want a reflex for save to roll out of the gas before it gets to me.
Yeah.
Extra maybe.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh my.
natural one. All right,
Ooh,
let's go ahead. All right, let's
But
do
it's
this.
+2 if it's a chain.
Round.
Remember when we chopped his leg off? I think it just came back off again.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Sorry, Don, that sucks.
Even the reflex save wouldn't have been enough.
I rolled a 2 for the reflex.
All right. So Storm,
get those low rolls out
you're
early.
fine. You managed to turn your head away, and the bulk of it gets on you. Although you do have sort of like a purplish pollen covering your body. In this case, this is a con effect. It is D4 con. You Gatto, you get a big lung full of this stuff, and you get 3 points of con damage.
No, you already rolled.
That was how long it takes for him to reload.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's roll for initiative.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Oh, also after the
So if he got his attack, doesn't she get her attack?
No.
Okay.
No, that was a surprise. It just popped out of you. Just attacked. You didn't declare that you were attacking.
No, as soon as she moved within, I said as soon as she gets within striking distance, she's striking.
I didn't hear you say that. Did you say that?
No, you said you're gonna move close, and then you say move aside. I think you said.
Yep, I did change it. So yep, you're right.
Okay. Let's roll a niche. Why is my niche so friggin' low?
Where's the initiative?
Why is
box?
there no box?
I don't see one.
might-
either.
There it is.
There
Sorry
you
about
go.
that.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, it still put mine in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I want to swing late.
Hold on a sec. All right.
And you said we got Blessing of Fervor going? Oh, Chuck's gone.
He hasn't cast it yet, I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
Did you cast?
Yeah,
Did he?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he did it after the wall.
He
was
basically
down.
said he was going to wait until the wall was in place and then cast it right after that.
All right, and that lasts for 14 roundage.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, just gonna pop this right in here under the Loath. 14 rounds. It's a countdown there. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and set this up. Oh, we got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Hear my name.
Illidar, do you want to split? Do you want to split Storm out?
No.
Okay. Gatto, remember you have con damage that will affect your hit points.
It does. I know. I've already got it.
Okay, good. All right, round 1, and it's Gatto's turn. Don't trip on the fall. Oh,
I don't trust that either. I'm double moving to here.
all right. So Lothar, Illidar, Flashheart, and Waxberry all see Gatto running.
Hacking up a lung after being in this gas.
Oh yeah,
Because they saw the gas.
They would have seen the gas. Yeah. So you come running out of that gas pile. I guess it's not a pile, gas cloud. And he's hawking, and there's a little bit of blood around the edges of his mouth as he comes running by Flashheart. All right. Is that it for Gatto?
Yeah.
All right. It's its turn. It doesn't go anywhere. It's going to do a full attack with both of its things against Storm. So here we go. It also has extended critical because it's so awesome. So let's do this. Hold on one moment. It's first thing, the blade comes around, and then the gauntleted fist. Hold on, let me fix that for you. Yeah, you do.
Okay, I don't see it.
It's weird.
You guys see a health bar ahead of me, on top of me?
Yep,
Yes,
it looks.
Okay.
It looks,
partially wounded.
yeah.
From that, I did the con adjustment.
Okay.
Then we
Okay.
can see it.
Well,
looks
I see it.
wounded.
I don't, but that's okay.
It's
Well, what's
funny,
weird is when you move it, it's like your
Yeah, it
health
doesn't
bar
move
moves
with you.
first, and then your
Yeah,
guy
everyone-
moves.
everyone
Really?
does that.
Wow, that's weird.
Everyone that moves, it does that with them.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so he's not going to move. He's going to do a full attack. First comes the mounted blade against Storm. Ooh, natural 20. Let's see if that 46 hit you.
That's a confirmed crit.
That is a confirmed crit. Let's just go ahead then do that right out of the gate. I like it. I like it a lot. Ooh. Ooch. Okay. Earth Rumble. Target suffers max plus bonus plus all adjacent enemies are tripped. I guess that would be Fletcher.
Fletcher's
Not
not adjacent.
adjacent.
I don't know. What do you mean? Sure you are.
He's way over here. Yeah.
All
guess
right,
it was.
fine.
You see
I
it?
guess you are. That's crazy. All right. So Fletcher, you're probably the only one that feels this, but this guy hits Storm so hard that you could feel like the ground moving. And it throws you a little bit up against the wall. It doesn't interfere with your abilities or anyway, but he gets hit hard. So max plus bonus. So let's just go ahead and do the math on that. 2d10 plus 16 would be 36. Hold on. Plus. Let me roll. Sorry, one moment. Jeez, 19. So 36 plus 19 is 55 points of damage.
Not gonna thank you for that one.
All right, and then the next attack with the gauntlet. 46 at you.
Yes. You need to. So your first three attack numbers have been 20, 18, and 18.
Yeah,
I like
nasty.
that. Another 25 points of damage. So that is a total of 80 points of damage.
Oh yeah.
And then it yells out a word. Myriad.
And we
Okay.
hear the doors banging against the side.
You hear suddenly against this north door, you hear a slam up against it as hard. I mean, it's like kaboom as something hits into that door and it cracks against the rocks. A moment later, something hits the south door, kabang, and again against the rocks, and the doors are held fast, but you can hear these really deep yell of frustration, and again, bang! So they're starting to hit those doors, and I'm just going to go ahead and give them a turn. Well, in the thing, they don't do anything right now, but so let's go ahead and I'm just going to get them into a niche. So that this is +1, so 17. So
I had to step away for a second. What was the effect of the gas?
3D.
I ran away.
3 points of con damage and apparently a fear spell.
Everybody's immune to fear next to a paladin.
This is naturally occurring
Joking about
failure.
the fear, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was-
Gato ran away.
This was survival.
All right. That is it. He rears back for another strike at Storm when it's Lothar's turn.
I can't.
Storm got mashed.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out why my My auras aren't showing. Did you do something?
They're showing to me.
I can't see them.
Hold on, let me
I
see.
don't see the-
I can't see him either.
Well, you guys aren't supposed to see them.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
that's
what if
right.
I wanted
Oh,
to?
wow.
There's a purple
Yeah.
aura around us.
How about now?
Yeah.
I see 'em.
Jeez.
I can see them. Thank you.
Okay.
So
Everybody should be able to see his auras now.
Storm is still in it.
Yep.
So as a move action, I'm gonna burst.
Okay.
Positive energy hit this guy.
Nice.
No healing energy. So 36 back to Storm.
Thank you.
And if Gatto's injured,
And me too, because I'm
Oh,
feeling a
if-
little bit injured too.
if you're
Well-
injured, if God, whoever's, it hits everybody. So it's 36 points.
My injury is con drain, so it doesn't really help me.
Right,
Yeah,
I
it does.
gotcha. Then I'm going to. Yeah, he's in range. I'm gonna cast Barb Chains,
Okay. What's the name of that spell?
Barbed Chains.
Oh, Barb Chains. Okay.
Yeah,
Chain of perdition.
no,
No, Barb chain.
No, he summons a chain from another realm, causing it to burst out of the ground and strike a target. You have the chain either make a melee attack or attempt a trip maneuver. And I'm assuming that that's going to be against Fletcher.
no.
Ah.
But it is gonna be the attempt at a trip maneuver against this. Big,
Against the thing.
yeah, and I get, at
Alright.
my level, I get 4 chains. So it's a CMB roll, except I use my base attack and my spell casting stat as my pluses, since I'm a little weak one.
Okay.
So 4 of them. 1,
Where are these things? There we go.
2, 3, 4.
All right, hold on a second. All right, so his CMD is, and I don't know what you rolled. CMD is 39.
They all missed.
They all missed. Okay. All right. So the chains are sort of snaking around his legs, trying to
Right.
trip him, but have not been able to get purchased. Probably because he's big, and as you realize from your connection with the things, he's very heavy too, very dense. So that's probably why the spell is not working very well.
Well, I was thinking more if it wraps around his legs and he tries to move. And you can
That-
take those away. It's instantaneous. Once they all miss, they're gone.
Oh, they're gone. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get them for, it's one shot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they did not. 33 is close. Oh man, even with a 19. Yeah. So wasn't going to be able to do that.
Yeah, it was impossible. I just didn't know that. Of course, I don't know how that goes with a natural 20. I don't think it works the same way, but I wouldn't have had any idea to know that it wouldn't work. So
Gotcha. All right. Is that it for you, Lothar?
yes, sir.
All right, Ilindar, you and Storm. Storm, you want a little payback?
Yeah,
Bring it.
so all these are at +2
Okay.
from the Blessing of Fervor.
All right. All right. 45 is a hit. 46 is a hit. That's a potential crit. 32 is a miss. 26 is a miss. Wing Buffet, 44 Wing Buffet is another potential crit. So we got a couple of misses, a couple of crits, and a regular hit is what I'm seeing here, right?
Right, so I'm just gonna do the macro again.
Okay.
So is a 40 a hit? I'm sorry, never mind. Wrong one.
Yes, 40 is a hit.
No, wrong. It'd be a 35. Is a 35 a hit?
Yes, barely.
And so a 36 would be, so both of the potential crits are crits.
All right, so we got 2 crits. I need more paper. All right, so we got 2 possible crits. What do you want to go with here?
Oh,
Chart or?
we're definitely doing chart for both of them.
All right, do you want to resolve the other one first? Or it was just 12 points. One thing you do notice, however, is that holy damage does not seem to have any effect.
Which
It
is
is
why
not-
I have these all split up on these macros.
Gotcha. It is the holy. There's no. He seems to be immune to holy damage. And
It's a construct. He's neutral.
that's correct. But he is also a special type of construct.
Okay.
Well, in the first attack,
So the
correct
first
me-
attack also has a 47 against his CMD to knock him down.
Yeah, 33 points
CM
of damage and a 47 trip attempt.
CMD is 39.
So he Storm knocks him to the ground.
Okay. All right. So we've got. Let's do it one by one. The first claw. Well, that's a. So the first bite is a hit. 33 points of
33
damage.
points.
All right. So let's do that.
And
All right.
knocks
And
him
then.
down.
So the other attacks take place while he is prone.
I don't think
Is
it
that how
matters.
that works?
I'm just
or
gonna
it's
say
all-
these happen so fast. I'm just gonna leave it like it is.
Yeah, he's just going to be.
Technically, I guess you would say, okay, if the first one knocks him prone, then all the rest of them get a +4, but I'm not worried about that.
All right. And then we've got a claw and a buffet that both are
Crits.
charts, natural charts. Here we go. All right. For the claw momentum, you deal max plus bonus and gain a +3 bonus to all your attack rolls until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
So max plus bonus. So then what's the max on that? And we'll use the original
So
roll
max
as the
is
bonus.
30.
All right. Plus 23 is 53.
Yeah.
All right. And then the
we-
next one, the next chart is overreaction. Target suffers max damage and provokes attacks of opportunity from all threatening opponents. So in this case, I don't know that there are any other threatening opponents, but that would give you an extra attack at your next attack bonus. I'll say, if you want to take an attack of opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can take it.
So it's just max damage for the wing buffet then?
I think it's max plus bonus. Hold on a second. Just max damage.
Okay, so actually did get max. So
What is it? 18? Is that right?
18 is the max damage.
Okay, 18.
Buffet.
All right. Do you want to take?
And then I'll just do a single swing.
Ooh, Jesus, another potential crit. I hate you. Oh, 32. That is an unconfirmed crit, but you will.
Yeah, no.
No, the crit says +3 until my end of my next turn, and plus there's 2 extra because of
Blessing of
Blessing of
fervor.
Fervor. So that 32 is a 37.
So that's a 25.
37.
37. Oh, I was minusing. Sorry. All right. So yeah, that's a confirmed crit. Damn it.
On chart for that one too.
That's 3 confirmed crits. Ooh,
Hey, she got rocked earlier, so
forearm piercing. Tarver suffers max damage and is disarmed 1 item. You knock off the welded blade from his arm onto the ground with a clang. All right. So what's max here?
Max is
2d6 plus 25, 12 plus 37.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me tally up the dam. 6, 14, 21, 5.
Yeah, she's just giving back what she got because she got hammered.
141. It seems like a little much, frankly. All right. 141. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, where's the things? Come on. Come on, big boy. All right.
And she set him up for Fletcher to just murder this guy.
Oh dear.
All right.
Fletcher,
All right.
stop drooling on your armor. It's not a good
All right. So Storm comes ripping in and does a miraculous 3 crits in 1 round, which frankly seems a bit much. And then,
Although you did it.
no, I didn't.
You started the round with a crit. She just finished.
Yeah, a crit, a nice conservative crit. I didn't try and pack all of them in.
A gentleman's crit.
A gentleman's crit, exactly. All right. So I knocked him down, and the blade that he had like welded to his arm snapped off on, as he's fallen. Storm hits him again, and the blade hits the ground and snaps off and goes flying over here somewhere. And Fletcher's just like, well, that seems like as he's on the ground, he's looking at it, and he's like, and you can see him readying. That glow, that purple glow in his mouth begins to take up. Illendar, so that's Storm, right? That's it for Storm?
Yeah, Ildar's not doing jack. He's just trying to keep Waxberry back. He's like, no. You already motivated Storm. See what you motivated her to do? He's not here.
All right, Waxberry comes back by you. Fletcher, you're stunned, right? So you don't get a turn this time.
Fletcher stops doing his happy dance.
Stops doing it.
and composes himself long enough to charge. Do I get any bonuses from being down?
Yeah, +4.
Yeah, +4 to hit. Yeah,
on every swing. Plus, you got depending on
unless you want to take an opportunity to use some ranged weapons, which you can do.
I don't even have any.
If you charge, you can do a +2 for the charging also, but you're -2 AC.
Yeah, he's on the ground. I'm not too worried about that. And I'm using the Blessing of Fervor for the extra attack. So there's 4 attacks.
That's nice.
That's nice.
37 is a
hit,
hit,
right?
Yeah, 37 is a hit.
2 hits him. Holy
D-bag.
crap.
2.
Oh, there it is. Let's confirm that fumbleoni. No, unconfirmed fumble,
Wow,
but it
it's
stops.
1.
So 1 hit. 39 points of damage. All right. So it's not
Very
enough to
minimal
kill him.
damage.
Not enough to kill him. He's hurt, but he's not
was
dead.
a little too excited. He was too excited.
It would have been a vermin. He was down to less than 10%. But
okay.
there you go. So Fletcher, you find you have fumbled, and your turn ends, and he's beginning. You can hear him again once say, "Marriott." Flashheart, your turn.
All right. From where I'm seeing, I have a V shape of darkness ahead of me. What's blocking my view?
It's a
This pillar.
So does that mean I can't charge? I can't like make a pivot to?
You're standing next to a pillar. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could. I mean, you just got to get out from behind. You're standing behind a pillar, essentially.
You have to walk around it.
Well, what I want to do is charge, and but I'm wondering if I could
You
take
can't.
a 5-foot step and then charge, right?
Can't.
You can't. It's
Yeah,
got to
okay.
be a straight line.
Yeah, you got to have a straight shot, and I don't know that you have one. So
I thought I could take a 5-foot step and then charge. No,
You
Yeah.
can't because
You can't
there's
put
people in the
5
way.
step with any other movement.
I got it, okay. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's about as far as I can get, but then I'll just be standing around waiting for gas to get me in the face. What else can I do? Like, I got here just in time to get gassed.
just like Phys Ed.
If you use what's your movement rate?
30.
If you use the Blessing of Fervor for speed, you can get there in 1 movement and hit him once.
And do 1 swing.
Let's do that. What am I talking to you guys for?
This is why we keep John around.
Yeah. After consulting my dungeon attorney, I've decided to
Move to here. You're on top of him right now. There you go.
All right.
+4 because he's prone. And you use Blessing of Fervor for movement, so you don't get the +2 attack.
Keen attack or normal attack or power attack? Or keen attack?
Normal attack.
So I thought.
And it's a +4.
Go ahead and use power.
Yeah, use power. And it's a +4.
+4 it is. That's a damage too?
It's probably like +8 to damage or something like that.
Is that accurate?
What?
Oh no, your power attack adds your damage.
Yeah, it takes 1 away.
And at your level-
it adds 2 damage.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not trying to cheat this time.
There you go.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
There you go.
Potential crit.
Power attack. Just use the first one.
That's all it gets is the first one.
First one.
Yeah.
Now
So do
you'll
that
also
whole thing
add
again.
4 to. Oh, he did 38. 38 hit it.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yes.
This guy's had like 4.
Where do you,
4 crits on
It's
him.
built into.
Oh,
his
30.
macro.
Oh, it's built into the macro. I hate that.
So he's got improved critical. So he gets +4 for each roll. So that's why he does it right away. So he actually gets +4 addition to that because it's prone. So his confirmation was actually a 42.
Yeah.
It's fun. No fun. We do
Life,
math.
the universe, and everything.
That's a confirmed crit. So what do you want to do? You want to do damage or you want to do the chart? Because I'll tell you right now, the damage that you have, this is the 23 physical damage, is not enough to kill him.
But it's not doubled yet.
But it's not doubled yet.
Or is your weapon double or triple? It's double, I think.
It's double for a longsword.
Double.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 46.
So we don't know if 46 will kill it.
That's right. You don't know.
We'll go to double the damage.
Double the damage. So 46 points. You bring Radiance down on top of its tiny little skull and crush it inside. Out of the mouth that falls open as the entire metal body collapses to the ground. The mouth opens up and this goo starts pouring out of the mouth, this purple crap with all this powder stuff in it. Starts pouring out onto the ground in front of you. But slowly you look at the eyes, you see the purple glow of the eyes sort of close and go out. There's a smell of oil.
Way to go, Flash Heart.
And there's a smell of oil and a hissing noise that seems to come from deep within the creature as it expires.
Hey.
And we go into round 2. Gatto, it's your turn. As you turn to look at it, you're like, "Yay, Flash Heart!" You hear against those doors.
I tried to imitate this guy's voice. Was it Abyssal he spoke?
You're not sure. It wasn't a word that you recognized. It was what he sounded like. He said was Myriad, but you're not sure if that was a command or a name or something like that. But he said it loud enough where it seemed to set off whatever's behind these doors because they are crashing into those doors right now.
So I try to imitate his voice and say Myriad.
Unmarriott?
It's Hyatt. Hyatt is the
Hyatt.
Oh, Hyatt.
Starwood
Go ahead and roll, I guess, a bluff check.
I'll do that.
And since you're saying unmarriott, that bluff check will be at -4. 22. Yeah, that's not enough. As far as you know, well, certainly when you say this, everybody's like, "Are you?" Illidar and Lothar sort of look over. He's like, "Are you trying to imitate him?"
Well,
because it didn't sound anything like it. And the bashing on the door does not seem to have stopped.
One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. I owe you money for a verm because Luke committed a verm tonight in his game.
Okay.
And he Venmo'd me the monies for me to give to you.
Wait,
got it. Okay.
It's spreading to other games.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to hear this.
Luke's in the he's in the game, man. He's got like 3. This will be 4. This may put him tied for second place.
I'd like to hear the virality of the verm that it's slowly spreading.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I posted it on Reddit.
By the time we're like another decade or so, I want it to be global verming.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, I've talked with the other guys about this. So we are already with Luke's verm tonight. Our total donation so far to St. Jude's is $205, which exceeds what we did last year. Because we gave $200 last year. It's only September. We've still got a bunch of year left before we get to the end of the year, and the verms just keep on coming. So Gordon has said that he's gonna gross it up to the next $100, the next 0 when we get to the end of the year. And Matt, you and I committed at the same night that if Gordon does that, you and I are going to kick in some extra dollars and gross it up to the next one and get that in place. So we are on track to absolutely obliterate last year's donation. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Hey.
We may get close to $400, $500 this year.
I just want somebody. I just hope you explain to somebody at the Cancer Society what this how this came to be. You're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know if I
did play this game.
Well, so I posted it on Reddit and I got some favorable responses. But the one response that I got was, he goes, So it's kind of like a swear jar, except for stealing people's kills. And I
Yes.
said, it is kind of, yeah. I never thought of it that way, but that's what it is. Yeah, it's basically a kill steal swear jar. But yeah, so we're I just want to let you guys know we are on track to absolutely destroy last year's donation. So it's
It makes me feel
great
good.
news.
I'm glad
Everything's
to hear
going
that.
great. Yeah, it's going great. All right, Gato, I got Luke's Verm. So you tried to imitate the
Yeah,
the
I
Guardian?
failed. I'm done.
and failed. You're not going to move or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. So these guys, hold on, I gotta check something. So these guys, whoa, okay. Well, no, they're not gonna do with that. Okay, so they will do that. They are going to, all right, so they are, okay, so they're doing that as well. So I've calculated, so basically I've calculated how many hit points the wall has, essentially, including
doors.
no, they're not destroying the doors. They're crushing the stone with the doors. The doors are made of
Really?
iron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, but it's like, so Mike set this up very well. The doors will not open. So they're not destroying the doors. They're hitting the doors hard enough where it's smashing into the door. Well, it's compressing the wall essentially.
Right.
And it's trying to crumble the wall. So
Just keep in mind, because the way he did this.
Yep.
Imagine hammering a nail when you only swing like 2 inches each time with the hammer.
Well, no, I mean, you don't know how much room they've got to charge into the door.
But the door only gives a couple of inches.
Right, but it's not about
yeah, it is.
For some people, a couple of inches is all they need.
They're the hammer. The doors are the nail.
Okay.
So they've got plenty of room to smack into it. The problem is the wall, and I have to give Mike props on this because he set it up perfectly. The wall is in the perfect spot to stop them from opening up. If he'd have put it flat up against the wall to just like block it, they just would have busted through. But in this case, there's a lot. They have to do compression damage. It's bludgeoning essentially, and they're doing it by slamming into the door. So that's how they do it. So they get 2 attacks. They're using mythic power. They're using their strength. Their strength's pretty good, but not as good as you might think. And they're trying to crush
their storm good.
I don't know, what is Storm's strength?
It's nearly Gato level.
Storm strength.
12.
What's Storm strength?
41.
The fuck you say?
41.
What?
41?
Yeah.
You're roided out, that dragon.
I know. Jeez. Yeah. Wait.
Fletcher's is 30. His isn't so bad.
Like I said, Fletcher's is unearthly for a humanoid type person.
How much is Fletcher's strength?
31 or 30.
All right. So yeah, they're not as strong as either of those guys.
Last year I need to get to the gym. Damn.
Shit, Gato's a beefcake compared to Lothar.
So they will automatically hit.
I was gonna say Fletcher like bench presses Storm. Like, come here, I need a challenge.
Well, I imagine a lot of people watch when he does that too, just to see what happens next. All right, so it's basically, so it's +6. Auto hit.
So since we're standing back there in the lull of this while you're considering what you're doing, can Illendar do another one of those walls?
Yeah, but what I was gonna do is just pull Storm back in the middle of those 2 doors. To keep him from coming out, and then Fletcher and Flashheart can reach around the side of Storm and they can all 3 attack these guys without these guys getting into this room.
Because what I was thinking is taking everybody back here, you, me, Gato, and the other, cross over where the wall is on the floor.
Okay.
And then have you cast another wall perpendicular up the middle of the doors and side to side and attached at the bottom to the stone that's already there.
Right.
Okay.
They're going to come out eventually. This was basically just a
slow them down,
giving us time.
Right. But the other thing I was thinking is if we all get on the other side and you do a perpendicular wall, now there's nothing coming in behind us. Although if we end up trying to do that, we're gonna run for it to go back to what's his face's place. If Baphomet
Yeah, we
shows
need to
up,
clear this out.
that wall would be blocking us as well, so.
Right. And yeah, knowing that we might need to come back through here.
But you
Yeah,
mentioned
so-
being able to teleport, so.
Right. But plan B, we have to run through here. I'd hate for these guys, to finally make their way out, 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, and be waiting here for us.
All right. So I'm sorry,
honestly,
go ahead.
Having worked in concrete and broken up concrete, I don't see how this is gonna work for them, but okay.
Well,
Because
they're
this
hitting it
isn't-
really hard.
This
If you
isn't
go- if
just,
you-
this is no longer just a flat section of stone.
Yeah,
It's actually merged into the stone of the floor.
Correct. Yeah. They're having to compress it and chip it away,
Right.
which they are trying to do. So basically, the
The rules-
stone. What I've calculated is that to get the doors open or a door open, they have to do at least 180 points of damage to the floor each. To do that, they have to hit it twice using only their strength damage. Now they are upgrading that because they're using various sort of mythic
Mythic stuff,
powers
yeah.
and powerful charge and that kind of stuff. So they're slamming into the door, but it still limits them. There's also 20 points of hardness per hit that immediately gets taken off.
Yeah.
So of the 180 points this round, this guy did 15 points of damage to the stone.
Yeah.
And this guy did 9 points. So by those calculations,
In
even if
30
they
rounds.
do, it'll take, well, what's 180 divided by? Yeah, it's going to be, it's 20 rounds, 22 rounds before, even if they're doing significant damage. So it's going to take a lot of time. They'll get it. Mike's absolutely right. They'll get out.
They'll get out,
But it's going to take a couple of minutes at least.
which is
That's what they did.
All this was for.
All right. We'll keep doing that because they have to do it. But in the meantime, you guys have killed the guardian, and the next door is right there.
So here's
Storm's
sort
going to
of
go to right here. Just so
here's sort of the next question.
Mhm.
Again, if we're gonna have to sort of run back through here with Baphomet and Chase, is our goal to literally clear everything out? So we want to wait for them to break out and kill them as they do? Is that the idea?
well, they're going to be behind us in like 10 rounds or 20 rounds, which is
20 rounds, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Right. But if we go through the next door and close it behind us, they maybe won't. I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
But the other thing is, if we wait here as they're bashing these doors, the doors aren't going to fly open all at once.
They'll sort of like,
yeah, they'll bash a little bit open and then a little bit open and then a little bit open. And so the idea of being able to attack them when they can't
Yeah.
attack back.
Especially if we have ranged weapons.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that's a legitimate possibility if you got. if
This
you
is
guys
where we
wanna
need
try that.
Farina.
We need Farina here because she
Farina,
could be
yeah.
sitting here and every time they knock it open a few more inches, she can just be firing arrows in there.
I can kind of do that a little bit
And actually, you
too.
can do that because you hit touch AC.
Right. That's what I'm trying to set up. If we're gonna
Yeah. Yeah.
wait and try to get rid of these things so that there's nothing behind us, then I'm gonna set up whichever way the door goes out, whether it's on the
Right.
left side or the right side. I'm gonna stand over there so that when they start knocking it open enough that I have a clear path,
Mhm.
I'll shoot them.
Yeah.
so to do that, so keep in mind, these are double doors that are open outwards. So it's,
Oh.
as they get them open, it's like the center area that's going to open up first.
I got you. I didn't
Right,
realize they
right.
were double doors. That's
yeah.
my bad.
But still, once they open a few inches, he knows they're not going to knock them all the way open in one hit. So he can be like right up almost against them. Just
So
But
I
you
could
go
basically
up there
stand
and-
here on the other side of this pillar. And as there's a gap opens in these doors in the middle, assuming there's going to be a big body behind it, I can fire at that. Would that be safe to say?
Yeah, absolutely. Now there will be cover issues that you have to deal with, but yeah, you could absolutely fire through those.
to be
cracks
cover
as they
unless you
open.
move up right next to the door and then they behave like arrow slits.
Right. Well, the other
Well,
thing is there's a possibility.
kind
for
of.
spells to go through. So
And the arrow slits would be facing your way rather than the other way.
Yeah.
Because remember, the
It
doors
doesn't-
go
it
out.
doesn't
So
matter. It doesn't matter. There's only like a 3-inch gap. They can adapt.
it mattered to medieval archers.
yeah.
But he can basically have the bow right up against that crack and just drop, launching arrows in there.
Well, and then he can, but also then the Minotaur if that's what it is in there, can reach out and grab it.
Well, not
Or
it's
if they have reach and,
Yeah.
for example, the Minotaurs that you've seen have battle axes, they might be able to sort of like slash their battle axes
Right.
through there.
Yeah,
Once
well,
it gets that wide where they
we
can get
can,
arms
we
and
can, we can
weapons
pause
with
that
them.
sort of thing because
goes
Lothar's not
both ways.
standing up against any door.
Yeah, he's like, let's just put a pin on that for now, because I'm
Yeah,
not standing
that's,
up.
I am not going to
I'm gonna
put
jam my
myself
eye up against the hole to
in
see if
that
they can fire an
position.
arrow at me.
So if I have to deal with some cover stuff and I mean, if some of the warriors want to stand up there, so that as soon as they get a little slit, they can shove a blade in there and try to blindly stab at something, that's all good. But I'm not going to put myself into a position where something can reach out and grab my ass.
Yeah,
I don't
Storm's
have
gonna
a
be up there,
50.
So she can, as soon
I
as.
don't
Well
have a
said.
56.
Well
AC.
said, cleric.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have a 56 AC. with 575 hit points. I got none of that.
Constitution of 90. Yeah.
No.
All right, so you've got a couple of minutes. Now it's likely, I mean, they're going to have to bash this, and it's going to be the slots that are going to open up where you guys are going to be able to start to see them are going to come at the end of those 2.5 minutes rather than at the beginning.
Right.
They have to crush, essentially they're crushing out the stone so that they can push the doors open, and they have to like crush the stone and then move it out of the way. It's a very difficult proposition, even for creatures like this.
I'm gonna be acid splashing them all day long.
Okay. It's a tactic. Leave them
I'll take
alone.
them down. I'll take them down 3 hit points at a time.
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Well, so basically what happens if you want to do it this way, you guys have essentially 2.5 minutes to prepare for them to get out. Now, there's a couple of things you could do. You're in this hallway. There's a big set of double doors at the other end. I mean, I don't know if you want to like, to Mike, your point, I don't know if you want to leave enemies behind that will almost certainly get out at some point and join the fray, but it sounds like no, but
No, we don't.
okay.
Spoil sports.
So yeah, Storm's just gonna sit here and wait for. She's hoping it's not mathematical and that one of them is gonna break out before the other one.
Okay.
So where should
And she'll turn her
I
attention
where
that
should I
way.
set up here? Where should I set up then?
You guys set up right alongside Storm and just whichever one gets open first.
Okay.
We're just all gonna,
Fletcher, you want to take the other side?
That's where I'm at.
yeah, whichever one opens or gets, like I said, the weird thing is, I mean, it's gotta be a few feet across at least before they can really attack outside of it. I mean, I don't know how big these creatures are, but
We
Pretty
don't
big.
even know what these
I
creatures
mean,
are.
Storm, it would have to be 7 or 8 feet across minimum before she could like barely squeeze through it. So I imagine these creatures are kind of at least semi in the same boat. So it's going to get pretty wide open before. Put it this way: before this creature can come out, Fletcher and Flashheart will be able to go in there and
Poke it with pointed sticks.
yeah.
So I've got a decanter of endless water. If I just start pouring it in one of the rooms, do you think I might make it slick enough where they would slip and slide a bit?
I don't know.
That would make it so that one definitely came through before the other.
That's true. It certainly would make, well, water on stone can be very slippery.
They can be very slippery.
And if these are indeed minotaurs, which they likely are, they have hoofs for feet.
Which slide.
So yeah,
Well, they're not exactly wearing Nike track shoes either. So
if they have the rubber horseshoes on.
yeah, it's not only that they're saving them from terrain issues, but they're insulating in case of lightning damage.
Yeah.
I like your idea. As soon as they start opening up, whichever one is behind, get that water going into that one to
Get the water going on that one. Right. I'll do that.
Okay. So if that's the case, the one to the south, the door to the south seems to not have been able to to do as much damage. You're taking a look at around a minute and a half, where the damage is really starting to be apparent to the stone, and you are basically coming to the idea that these guys are definitely going to get out at some point. But the one to the south seems to have less damage to the stone than the one to the north.
So I'm pouring water in that door.
Okay, endless water sploosh down in there, and it begins soaking in through the water. Or through the underneath
Right, through the door, goes through the door into that room, and
now it's making a fair amount of because of the nature of the thing. I mean, you're basically on a raised platform, so there's a lot of water that's also. Can you throw it past a door, or do you materialize it right here? And it has to flow under.
It shoots out in a jet.
no,
like
it can shoot out in a stream. Actually,
Okay.
It's basically like a hose with only just the handle, nothing else behind it. So
It's a Bluetooth hose.
yeah, it is. You basically
All right.
put it on and you point it somewhere, and water comes out like the end of a hose.
So I'm assuming that you're getting off to the edge of the platform, up the wall of stone, and sort of like squirting it in between the stone and the door so that it goes under the door.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you probably would have to be standing like over here a bit to do
Okay.
that. Because you're squirting the water right in that little area between the
Well, I
green
thought it was
line
double
and the
doors,
wall.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're squirting it like through
I'm
the
kind of like screwing
seam?
it between the doors. Yeah.
Okay.
As
All
they're
right.
hitting
Well, that
these
works too.
doors, as they're hitting these doors, I'm squirting it right between, kind of like the
Okay.
middle of his path.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, so one thing, so the seam between the doors is not very big. So you're sort of forcing water in there, but there's a lot of water getting all over you and all over the stone out here too. Just because, you can't, it's a
Okay,
jet.
I'll wait until there's an inch then,
Okay.
And that way it can shoot it
so
right.
that we're not causing a lot of water here. So once there's an inch gap between the two doors, I'm just fire hosing into there.
Then you just blast it in there. All right. Does the hose have any pressure? Like, can you push the guy backwards?
Let me,
Is it a
no, I
fire
can't push
hose
him
or is it a-
backwards. It's
Oh,
not, no,
okay.
it's not that much.
It's basically hitting the clown in the mouth to make the balloon inflate.
Gotcha,
Right,
okay.
basically that's what it's doing.
All right. So when the doors get open about half an inch to an inch, you can look in there and you can see that it is an enormous minotaur with an axe. And it's just like boom, boom, boom. And it's getting, it's running backwards and then just running up into the door and hitting it as hard as it can. So as you squirt the water in there, you can see that it is creating it where the creature has to kind of like, slips a little and that kind of stuff. It will slow it down. Last Shark,
Okay.
the one to the north does not have any such precautions, and the doors are opening quite large. It's got about a 3 or 4 inch gap now, and each time makes it about a half inch bigger. It's going to be out soon.
So we'll line up there and
So
And
at
you can
this-
see that it also looks to be a huge minotaur.
So at
that's back
this
there.
point, from where I'm standing here,
Mhm.
when it crashes into the door and makes the opening a little bit bigger, can I fire force arrows?
Sure.
Okay. So is that going to be like a every round thing, or is that if it's like on my initiative, or?
Well, they can't really attack you. They're going to continue to attack the doors because they need to get out. So
Right.
yeah, so it would be sort of every round. Now fervor will be gone.
Is that, why would fervor be gone?
13 rounds. It's been longer than that.
yeah, it's gonna be that many rounds before we can even see
Oh, okay.
going faster.
And that's all good. So is there initiative 17?
Yes.
Okay, so then mine at 1603 is probably,
Well, I mean, they're attacking the thing. So they've just been using their initiative to smash into the doors.
right, but what
Over
I'm
and
saying
over
is I'm trying to time their initiative to when they smash the door so that the hole's a little wider and their body's against it to fire the arrows.
Okay.
So
So you want to like go sort of op fire, kind of that kind of thing. So you op fire as soon as they hit it. Boom. Yeah.
adjust
you could do
can
that.
Adjust my initiative to whatever
Flash
works.
theirs.
Yeah.
So real quick, Les, I posted what it said there. There's 3 things: stream, fountain, and geyser.
Okay.
I'm going to start with stream, but as it gets bigger and bigger, I'll go to fountain and then geyser. So I'm pouring
Okay,
more
so
and
you're
more
gonna
water.
Crank it up in there. All right. So the geyser actually does damage.
The geyser can do damage, but that'll be, yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So Lothar you will get your shots. I'm going to just go ahead and remove the doors here. They'll still have, I think, at this point, probably 8 rounds before the top one is out. And
these are force arrows, so they're touch AC.
okay.
So 25 and 22.
Hold on just a second. Let me do this real quick.
Subject to whatever else I might need to roll.
All right, let me do my due
Ooh,
dilge.
I see a ball of twine behind my guy.
What did he roll? What did he roll? 8 plus.
The hell is that?
I see a weapon behind the north one.
That's a ball of twine. The other one's a glaive.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Well, we were going to have to deal with these people anyway.
I like the way we're handling it, though.
Does seem smarter than our normal run in and
I was
get
gonna say,
surrounded.
yeah, full frontal assault's never got us to this point, but this is kind of weird to like not do it.
Yeah, I know.
Ordinarily, we get surrounded by everything and just sick Fletcher on them.
Okay, Fletcher,
Which is a
purify.
which is a successful strategy thus far.
It has worked.
Oh,
before.
Yeah.
It does work. Yeah, I can't. You can't. It's hard to argue with success, right? It's
I do one
what's the old
thing,
phrase?
I do it
It's-
well.
Yeah, it's not. If it works, it's not stupid.
I can
All
barely
right.
tie my own shoes, but I can do 475 points of damage in a round.
All right, touch AC. These guys are big. Their touch AC is insanely low, so both of those arrows are going to hit.
So the first one is, I'm assuming they're evil. Just a little,
I think they're just misunderstood.
maybe like the
but-
Diet Coke of evil. Just
They're,
the
they're,
little
Yeah.
they're not
Oof.
evil. They're just goth.
So
Like playing
I
really
detected
good
evil and got
cigarettes.
knocked unconscious by them.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
they're playing
they're
the
definitely
definitely
evil.
there, smoking a clove cigarette.
so
Sure about their mom doesn't
both
understand
attacks
them.
were 21, so 42 points
42 points. Okay,
against the
And
one I'm
that's-
guessing to the north.
and that's force damage, correct?
That is force damage.
All right, here we go. So these guys are big hit point dudes. All right, so that's Lothar. Let's just carry on. Ilindar, Storm do anything here? The opening is maybe 3 or 4 inches open.
I've been teaching Storm how to fire a bow, so
In the distance, Waxberry says, "You could do it. You could fire that. You could fire that bow."
As Storm pulls back with his 57 strength and rips the string
and
off and
breaks it.
breaks the bow in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight on Cinemax,
Yeah.
Dragon with a Bow,
Ow!
starring Steven Seagal
I was
as
gonna say
Storm.
That's not any dumber than Sharknado, so that would really be a show.
Steven
No.
Seagal Storm.
Dragon Archer.
Yeah.
A Netflix original. All right.
Storm's just gonna stay back and wait for them to try and get through, and as soon as any of them get to within striking distance of her, she's gonna reach out and swing and strike.
Okay, so she's
Yeah.
essentially going to op fire.
Yeah, so you can see the red circle. That's kind of, now granted, it's, the doors aren't completely open yet, so it's not going through the doors, but that's her reach, so.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So as
So
soon
I'm gonna
as something gets inside that reach, she's gonna play like a cat and kind of just bam.
Meow. All right. So Storm's on op fire, waiting for this guy to pick his head out so she can bash it. Ilindar, what are you doing? Any special spells? Another wall of stone, maybe, or
Just tell
I don't
Raspberry
know.
what a good job she's doing, and she should stay back here with me.
I could do that. Okay. Door goes down 1. Fletch. Speaking of Fletch, do you know they're remaking Fletch the movie
I saw
with
that.
with John Hamm?
What?
Okay.
I think it's with
never
John
gonna
Hamm.
be-
It is
Never
John.
gonna be close.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Hollywood needs to
That
get some
movie
new
didn't need to be
ideas
Yeah, get new ideas
and
do
stop
that,
remaking stuff.
especially
Yeah.
classics.
They're also,
Yeah.
I understand we're making the Breakfast Club, which hurts my heart too.
No, they
shut
can't.
up.
They can't be remaking the Breakfast Club.
Oh no. Well, we need to
Wow.
drag. That's why we need to bring Dragon to the bow to the big screen. Bring new ideas.
We have to bring Dragon with a boat to the big screen.
How do you have breakfast club? How do you have breakfast club with millennials? Are they allowed to give them detention? Wouldn't that hurt their self-esteem?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Chuck, millennials.
Yeah,
Millennials are in their
like
mid-30s now, man. They have kids.
whatever generation of whiny bastards exists.
They cut off the Wi-Fi. That
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah, detention would be they get put in a room with no Wi-Fi and then they all just cry for 3 hours.
Well, Dwayne Johnson bought the rights to Big Trouble in Little China, wanting to redo that one.
Oh God.
The next
But
thing you know,
I did hear, because there was a lot of backlash, because I did hear he actually wants to do it with Kurt Russell, just like a 20-year later follow-up.
Which one?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little
That'd be
China,
great.
yeah.
I was just thinking of another movie. I'd love to see a sequel to Tango and Cash. Like they're all in the retirement, like in a retirement village in Florida. Golf carts, whatever.
Tango and Cash, the retirement years.
the retirement years. Yeah, they're knocking over bingo games and shit like that.
Another Lethal Weapon sequel. Now I'm really too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Legit.
What? Yeah.
His daughters are standing by his grave. He was just too old for
He
this
was
shit.
legitimately too old for this shit.
There's a billion writers out there. I can't believe that they're like, let's do the Breakfast Club again.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, let's leave shit be. If I'll tell you what, if they try to redo Hawk the Slayer, I'm out. I'm not watching any movies ever again.
Lady Hawk and Hawk the Slayer double
Lady
feature.
Hawk, oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Lady Hawk was cool.
Mhm.
Lady Hawk was
So was Hawk
awesome.
the Slayer, and you know, for at the time,
They'll be bringing Matthew Broderick as reprising his role.
he'll be the
Lady
he'll be
Hawk,
the old priest.
the new generation.
He'll be
the
the
old
old
priest.
priest this time. Yeah.
All right, Fletcher, you see, so you see some odd things. Lothar is firing force arrows into the far door. Storm is sitting there looking each way, getting ready to attack. Gatto is shooting water through a crack in the door in some sort of weird kind of water park thing.
I was gonna say,
And-
he's holding it at his crotch. That way it looks like he's
My hose is bigger than yours. Yeah.
He's leaning back. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I'm doing the cherub statue.
Cherub. So Fletcher, I mean, obviously everyone in this room is mentally ill. So you have significant choices to make.
Oh, he's
Yeah, and there's nothing really I can do, right? I mean, the door's not opening very far.
Door's not open, yeah. I mean, you could push Gatto out of the way and sort of stick a sword through there or something.
Help Storm with his bow.
Fletcher's like, I don't have a bow. What are you talking about?
Neither does Storm.
They're both looking at a bow, trying to figure out what do you do with it. I don't know. You beat people with it.
Storm picks it up and scratches behind his ears. There we go.
I will simply go on ready in action as soon as I think there's enough of an opening in the door that I can attack through the gap. Then I will move forward. But until now, stand back.
All right.
Another op fire.
Excellent.
So I'll get really low then on my side so that he can stab above me.
Oh, don't worry, he's strong enough that he can stab through you. It's okay.
No.
By the way, Don, thank you for wearing that shirt so we finally know Gatto's actual alignment.
Chaotic neutral. Flying the flag.
Kind of care, kind of don't.
All right. Flashheart, you're up. You see a couple of force arrows. Lothar's force arrows go zipping in there, and you hear the creature inside bellow. Oh, that sucked.
That's the one I'm facing.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Or you will be soon.
He still hasn't got the door open, right? I'm waiting to cast a spell, but I'm waiting for him to pry it open so I can hit him with
You
I
can
can hit him with a
see-
spell, but it only lasts
you
one
can
round.
see him.
I know, but it only lasts one round. There's no point. Well, I guess it would only. You'll see.
Yeah.
Bringing out, dusting off one of those cleric spells I never use. So,
right,
can I stab him through there or no? Is it not?
You could try, but it's going to be difficult.
Okay. What's the difficulty level I'm gonna attack?
Well, I mean, it's good. He's got a lot of cover. So, and he might not be actually standing next to the door. You have to sort of time your hit when he hits the door, because remember, he gets like a running start. So, I mean, you essentially you would go on op fire in the same manner as Lothar, to the point where you're behind the creature so that you can time your blow when it hits the door. That's essentially what Lothar's doing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is it a negative attack modifier or what?
Well, yeah,
Just
it'll still be +4 AC, but it's doable. I mean, you just stab radiance in there, but you'd have to go on op fire first.
Okay, well, I'm on op fire.
Okay, so you're gonna do that when the time comes. You're gonna stab inward and do that. Gatto, still squirting.
Yep.
Okay, Gatto takes another time at squirting. Boom! The guy hits the door. Lothar and Flashheart, you're both on op fire here.
Get that.
Take it. Both of those will hit. Whoops. Man, that is one heck of a thing. 29 to hit. That is gonna miss.
Yes. Go to bed.
But both arrows hit. So 18 is that
44
18
points
plus
of damage.
44?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lothar got a tiny little text box. I got like chapter 4.
Yeah.
It's the third swing.
You're throwing
right.
up War and Peace.
Storm, Illendar still on op fire. You guys aren't doing anything?
Nope.
Flashheart's going to attack. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Jesus
caused 5 bleed.
Christ.
Gatto, the
Point,
creature.
old man.
The creature gets some level of purchase and slams into that door hard enough to frighten you backwards. And you hear him yell out, "Oh, doctor's gonna!" to the other one, and you hear the other one yell, "Doka!"
They're Klingons now.
Klingons now.
Blah.
Shut up, you stupid Patak. Dude, I've been watching nothing but Star Trek.
That's pretty good.
Unless his wheeze made it all better.
So my wife and I were talking about tattoos the other day, because we're worried that our son's going to get a tattoo while he's at college. I don't care, but she's worried. I said, I always wanted to get a tattoo. She said, well, what kind of tattoo you get? I said, I always wanted to get the Klingon trifoil on my one arm. And she looked at me like she was about to spit.
Then she did.
She's like,
You got a
"Oh, God."
Klingon fan? Is that it?
She's just like, I had so many opportunities for good husbands back then. Instead, I
Instead, I've
settled
got
for
a
this.
nerd who wants a Klingon tattoo.
I settled for this. Fletcher, what are you doing?
Now you can add it to your
Nothing's happened for
secrets.
my op fire, right?
Nothing's happening. So you're on op as well.
Yep. I'm staying.
Okay. Next round, Gatto. Same squirts.
Am I still at stream or am I at fountain now? How wide's the gap in the door?
A couple inches. It's not as wide as the one that they're over on the other side. You've seen to that.
Oh yeah, you're just kind of slow.
Okay, so I'm still doing stream. I'm putting a gallon a round in.
Okay.
So
All right,
1
that's
gallon
not a
every
ton.
6 seconds. That's pretty good.
All right.
Peeing on the floor like aggressively.
He's going to step back and delay.
If a guy was just generating water like by infinite amount outside my door, I'd step back and think about it a bit.
Speaking of generating water, I'll be right back.
And why is that water yellow?
Yeah, just a second.
Just knowing how Gatto is, I totally expect him to be like holding it at his crotch, just like he's peeing.
Yeah, he said he was doing that.
Oh yeah.
And I saw his
And he's-
shirts.
And he's giggling like a schoolgirl the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm the chair of fountain.
Right? And I saw a shirt that's probably in that same line that I really liked. It says chaotic good, might save your life, might steal your wife. So since we have a minute, once we down these guys, the items, apparently the glaive and the ball, but do we want to touch those yet? Or do we want to leave him there? Go try
Not so
to,
much. Yeah, what else?
Go
Oh,
try-
get the Herald.
go try to rescue the Herald first
Leave them there.
before
Yeah.
we attract Baphomet's attention.
Right,
Because our primary focus is still to try to save the Herald, correct?
right, right.
Alright.
Okay. All right.
All right, Lothar, the guy is stepping back. He's not charging the door.
Okay.
So I mean, you could still try and fire in there, but he'll get a cover bonus.
How big
I
is
guess
how big is the gap in the door?
4 or 5 inches now.
Okay, so
You
whatever
can get a better
he's-
shot if you step into where Storm is. You can get a clearer shot.
but I can't occupy that square, can I?
Storm will let you.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
Storm will
get,
move.
Storm's just kind of waiting to swing. If you walk in and want to line up a shot, she'll move around so she's not blocking you.
okay, well, I'll do the 5-foot step. And then
Okay.
I'll do the force arrows and just deal with the. So 30 and 22,
Oh, both hit.
but there's the, what's the cover issue? I mean,
well,
before he was
so it'd be
blasting his
minus
bolt through the
force.
door.
The problem is the touch. They've got a touch AC of 9.
Oh, okay, well, then they both
So
hit.
yeah, you're just they're just flipping right through there.
So
So yeah, so how much points now?
17 and 15.
17 to 15 is 32.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they don't do big damage, but they are.
No, it's
sort
not a
of-
ton, but
Yeah,
it's
they are.
you're winding them down.
They are sort of
Right.
poking at him and probably pissing him off.
All right, Flashheart, you were standing there ready to stab, but the guy hasn't charged the door.
I'm like, so they just lock you in here and say, watch that thing forever, and that's your whole job.
I don't know.
don't-
Is
I
that
don't
what you ask him?
think- Yeah, like in Abyssal or whatever, I can speak Abyssal. Like, I'd put this on your glass door review that this seems like a harsh workplace condition.
You should. These minotaurs should engage in a little quiet quitting.
Exactly.
All right, so so you say that they seem to be doing something back there. You're not sure what. Ilindar, what about you? Storm do anything? Just stands out of Lothar's way while he fires his bow.
Yeah.
Okay, their
What-
turn.
So they both stopped attacking the doors?
And took a 5-foot step back from the door.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. I'm backing up to here and telling Waxberry, come with me.
Come with me.
Yeah,
You leave her alone.
she trusts me. I can bluff like nobody's business.
All right, so where are you going with her?
Just 10 feet further away from.
To a dark corner to make out.
Back to dressing.
Once you go drow, you never go back.
All right, let's go ahead. All right, so that's what you do. So let us do this. First one. Oh yeah, that's good. Second one. Oh yeah, that's real good. All right, so they are both channeling negative energy surge. So I need will saves from everybody. So if you are just in one of the circles, I need 1 will save. If you are in both of the circles, Flashheart, Lothar, Gato, and Fletcher and Storm, and Ilindar,
No,
I
he's
need-
mostly out.
he's mostly out, but he's somewhat in. So I need 2 will saves
Shit.
as negative energy flows over all of you.
Has this got anything to do with enchantment? Or is
No,
it just
No,
damage?
it's negative energy channeling.
And I can't use my blessing. of
What's the
February.
DC?
DC is 19.
So I missed one, made one.
Okay. Remember how many you make.
Made the first one.
And Ilindar.
Made the
Hold on,
second
let
one.
me-
I made them both.
I made both as well.
Your negative energy has no impact on a holy paladin of Iomedae.
Will have some impact, not as much though.
We'll have half
yeah, yeah.
impact on a holy paladin of Iomedae.
Will have yeah, minimal impact. I hope.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Paladins don't like to be beat up like
So if somebody wants to roll for Waxberry, she has a will save of +11.
She made both.
She only has to roll once because she's out of the southern one. She didn't make jack shit. All right. All right. So
Actually, 7 + 11 is 18. Isn't it
when the
18?
DC is 19.
I thought you said it was 18.
She used her
Well,
tattoo.
hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah, she uses her tattoo.
She doesn't have any tattoos. She's a priestess. She's not some tart from the alleys of Magnamar with a tramp stamp.
Yeah, she's got some holy piercings that you don't know.
DC
about.
19. Would she roll?
Okay. No,
18.
she got 18.
All right.
She's got
For
the
those
+2 wisdom tramp stamp.
So wrong.
All right. So if you so in this case, so Waxberry did not make it, so she takes 23 points of damage and screams.
Ow.
Throws herself against the wall in pain and fear. The rest of you, if you made your first one, you take 10 points of damage. If you made your second one, you take 11 points of damage. If you didn't make any of them, you take 43 points of negative damage. Does that make
Wait,
sense? So this is the north one. Or, I'm sorry. The first roll is the south.
Damage, right?
If you made both, you take 21 points of damage. Yeah.
Okay, got that. I was like, okay, yeah, got it.
I've
The-
updated my characters.
So the top one was 20 and the bottom one was 22, right?
23.
23.
23, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I saved, so it's 20 and 11. So I take 31.
Right. Okay. That's what they did. They did not move the doors at all. And they seem to be staying back from the doors. One may sense that they were preparing to do exactly what they did just now again.
Yeah.
Fletcher,
Where is the door that we need to go through next?
to the right.
To the right.
This door here.
To the right.
Fletcher's running away.
Don't see
All
any
right.
reason to stand there and let him damage me.
Okay.
And I know they can't see me.
So as you get to the door, what do you do? Anything, or are you going to try and open it?
I'm waiting for the rest of the party to join me.
So you're watching them down there. You're not doing anything to the
Yeah.
door. Okay, got it. Gatto. That stream shrank to nothing a moment ago. Not sure why. Gatto, you go to the door too. What are you doing there? Anything
Waiting by
spec-
Fletcher for everyone else to come over here.
All right, sounds good. Lothar.
As a swift action, I'm going to channel to heal and omit the 2 bad guys.
Okay.
31.
Ooh, 31. Oh,
I feel totally better.
And then as a standard action, I'm going to shoot that one to the north with the bow again. Or
Okay.
at least attempt to.
got it. Yeah, 28 will hit. Did you get both or do you get one?
I get both because it's a swift action to do quick channel.
Gotcha. Okay. So
So-
2 hits.
So 25 and 28.
25, 28, 53. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay. Boom. All right. Flash Art, you gonna do anything? You just got bombed out. And you think they're
So
about to bring the negative
yeah.
heat again.
I'm gonna hit him.
Maybe
with,
even something worse.
I'm gonna hit him with Litany of Thunder.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
Target becomes deafened
snizzy.
and confused for 1 round, which seems pretty lame, but it's the key. This should shake him up from casting this neg spell on us. It's a fortitude save, DC 21.
What's the name of the spell?
Litany of Thunder.
God of thunder.
Litany
and
of
rock and
Thunder. You
roll.
call down thunderous boom on your enemies. Target is deafened until the condition room confused for 1 round while subject. He cannot. So fortitude save. All right, good. It's trying to deafen him. So fort save for these guys is plus 27. Okay, so let me go ahead.
We need is a good lightning
Reduce.
bolt or a fireball into the room.
33. Did that make the DC or no?
Yeah, 21 is DC.
That made it. What
sure.
happens if you fort negates? Okay, so so although all of you hear this enormous boom as Flashheart calls down thunderous sound from above, it does not seem to have affected the Minotaur. Ilindar, what about you? Now's your chance to shine. Now that you've been bombed by negative energy and it may be coming more, more of it may be coming your way. What do you do?
Back way up.
Okay, you take Waxberry with you?
Yep.
All right, give us a smooch, Waxberry. What about Storm?
I think we're gonna have to tear this door open ourselves. Can't just let him just bombard it with these things.
Storm wouldn't
about-
leave Lothar,
wait.
so Storm's gonna
Wait,
wait right there.
Lothar? Is Mike still here? I don't see him on the thing. Must be here.
Lothar's right here.
No, Chuck. I was looking for Chuck.
Oh, he's not in his chair.
Can't he do channel positive energy, do the exact same thing back to them?
Well,
He can't do negative.
He
energy.
can't do negative energy.
But they're not undead. They're not undead. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay. Never mind.
yeah, to them, you guys are outsiders. Storm's gonna stay there.
Yeah, she's not gonna leave Lothar.
We could just
Boom.
Why don't we just step away from the doorways?
That's what Fletcher and I did.
Hey, that's a novel idea.
Yeah.
I look back. Hey guys, we should really. Hey, where'd you guys go?
They're doing it again, both of them. Boom, 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 boom. More negative energy. 20 and 26. Same DC 19 will save to take half. And that's only the only people. Okay. Yeah, so the only people who have to save it was Flashheart, Lothar, and Storm. They're the only people within the convex
again?
of the two places. Yep, twice again. All right. So 10 points for Storm of neg. Oh, sorry, no, that's wrong. 33 points for Storm.
Mhm.
10. All right, do your next one. Ooh,
Actually, you get
30
plus 2 on, no, you get +2 on your saves by being in Storm's range.
That was 19.
So 19, which is what you need.
I'll take
on
it.
will saves?
She provides a +2 on any save if you're within 10 feet of her. She provides a +4 to me if I'm within 10 feet of her, but I'm gone.
So how much damage less from the two?
All right, well, that would be 2 successes. So that would be 10 plus 13, 23 points of damage.
So Chuck, you need 2 more saves.
What now?
2 more will saves.
Oh, okay.
They negative energy bombed you again. That made it. That did too. So 23 points for you as well.
Okay.
All right.
Here, sir.
Fletcher, you're by the door. You see the negative energy rolling over your friends. You're powerless to stop it. You don't know what to do.
I am powerless. This ain't my shtick.
Yeah.
If you want me to bash the door down, or chip away the concrete, I can help you. But other than that, I'm waiting here by the door. And then I let my turn go.
All right, Gato. What about you? are you doing? What sort of cowardly deed will you continue to do? Or are you going to step up and save your friends from being carpet bombed with negative energy?
I checked this door right in front of me.
All right. Yeah, this one's different from the iron doors that were in front in that these are covered in runes. In fact, they're covered in so many runes that I need you to make a will save.
That was well.
Okay,
Uh,
I am asking Ned to help me.
Okay. In what fashion?
I was like, what?
He gives,
what's-
remember the feat he also gives me?
I don't have it in front of me. Remind me.
So we're gonna add +8 to this roll.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Gatto got healed in my last burst, did he not?
He did, so he can
Yes.
reroll.
It's a fateful burst, meaning you can re-roll.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll.
Wait, did I get healed in your last burst? I don't think I heard that.
Yes, well, it's.
Oh,
I
it
didn't-
was earlier. It was earlier.
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't say it.
I wasn't-
It's in the map.
Yes,
I wasn't injured then.
Yeah,
28
It's a 29 DC.
+4 more versus enchantment spells and effects.
Well, it's not an enchantment. So you feel yourself pulled towards the door, and you manage to save yourself, but you feel the door trying to drag you into itself. You step away, sort of stagger backward away from the door as it's definitely some sort of magical trap
Okay,
that is
so
embedded
then I
in
use
the
a-
runes of the iron.
So then I use a 51 to disable it, and that applies to magic traps as well.
Yep,
I'm very curious as to how you're going to disable this.
that's what rogues do.
It's what rogues do.
They can
That's
take
the
a
whole
Going to-
reason he's here.
I'm going to etch and destroy some of the runes that are causing this effect.
All right. Well, it has a
Okay.
disabled device thing of 33. So you do manage to scratch out some of the runes,
He
and you
graffitis
realize
it
that
up.
what the trap does is the moment that you touch one of these doors or begin to examine one of these doors, the runes activate and transport you to a prison cell.
Oh shit! Thank you,
Here's the
Ned.
thing. You've disabled one on one of the doors, but the other door, which Fletcher is not paying attention to, is still live.
Well, we're not going to that door.
Definitely not looking at it.
Don't turn around, Fletcher.
Don't go by that door, Fletcher.
Wait a
All right,
minute.
Loth-
Your
What was
first
the
save,
DC? What was the DC?
DC was 22.
so your
Okay.
first save was an 8. You got a second save because of the priest, and you thank your fucking armadillo hat.
Because he gave me +8 on the save.
But
Thank
one-
you, priest.
yeah, no, it's all good. You're done.
Lothar,
Too
you
late
are
now.
awesome. Thank you very much for the channel energy.
Okay, so,
The old-
Ned's
the
a
old
lot closer to me.
grandma of priest here.
well, yeah, you've got an armadillo squatted on your.
He's on my
head.
head.
All right, so bring forth the holy hand grenade.
Okay.
That's
What you got in mind,
the
Lothar?
count is 3, not 5.
Yeah.
5 is right out.
5 is right
That's
out.
right out.
No, at this point, I mean, I could try to cast spells through there, but
Well, I mean, there's a gap. I mean, you could, depending on the spell, you could cast spells through there. You could see in there.
yeah. But the point is, I don't know that I have. Well, I mean,
You
I
just- We can just step out of the way of these spells and let them get back to bashing open the doors.
well, I mean, yeah, we could get out of the range of the stuff, but
It's a principle thing that's irking you.
no, it's, I still think it, and maybe it won't matter because we have.
How
a
big is the
Fletcher.
gap now on both those doors?
Because we have a
Uh,
Fletcher, so.
Well, they haven't hit the doors in the last 2 rounds. They've been
Yeah, they've
channeling
been
negative
doing-
energy.
yeah, channeling.
But
that.
how big is
So-
the gap?
Oh, maybe 3 inches to the south and maybe 5 or 6 inches to the north.
Okay.
Hang on.
I mean, big enough to see through in both of them, but not big enough to enter in any way
Right.
or
Yeah.
exit.
And I don't know that I want to use big spells.
Okay. Because, well, you might be facing something.
Well, right. These things, I think once they get out, I mean, Fletcher's gonna make sirloin out of these things as soon as they step to where he can get a hold of them. And Storm and Flashheart for that matter.
Okay.
So I'm going to,
So do you guys have disintegrate where we can disintegrate the wall and the floor?
no.
If we disintegrate, we just disintegrate the Minotaurs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to fire 2 arrows at the Northern Minotaur.
Okay.
Well, if we're gonna use disintegrate, we want to disintegrate the floor because we want to get into those rooms and get those items eventually.
So 26 and 26,
Well,
2 hits.
Mike's got a
So-
stone scooper, right? So we can
Yeah.
just scoop the stone out of the way.
30.
I can
31
spend a
and
few
20.
minutes and scoop the stone out of the
50.
way.
51 points of damage.
51, did you say?
51. Yeah.
51. Okay.
5, 15, 11, and 20. So 51 points of damage.
Okay. Oops, sorry. I fucked that up. There we go. All right.
And that's it. And by the way,
Okay.
the fateful channel lasts for 3 rounds. It lasts for my charisma bonus. So you still have it if you haven't used it.
If you haven't used it.
Right, yeah.
You cast damage, not heal, right? I just want to make sure. I'm getting tired, so
No. When I healed you 2 rounds ago,
I wasn't damaged 2 rounds ago.
it doesn't matter. You were in the.
You still
were
within
still
the
the-
circle.
Yeah,
so
you
you
were
get the
still
boon.
within the target
Got it.
of the channel.
But right
energy.
now, you just cast damage, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't heal you just now. I fired
Right.
arrows at the Northern Minotaur.
Thank you.
And at this point, I don't think I'm going to do a channel just yet.
Muttering under your
Oh.
breath, Farina, where are you? We need you.
And actually, Mike has Storm gotten the benefit of the healing? Because he looks the same damage he was from before I channeled.
Yeah, we got hit
Yeah,
twice by
she's-
negative energy.
She's been sitting there with you, so she's been getting healed by you and then damaged by their burst.
Right, so there should be 1 level of damage anyway. Okay, it's all good. So I'm not going to burst at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
she's-
Fire arrows and then see what happens.
All right.
I'm fairly confident that they'll run out of channel negative energy long before I run out of channel positive energy.
Okay.
Thanks to the generous use of extra channels that I have used in my feats.
Excellent.
Generous sponsors like you.
Yeah,
All right. Flash art.
check out Lothar's.
Is that, wait, I'm sorry. Is that it for you, Lothar? You're
Yeah,
just gonna hang back.
check out Lothar's Patreon.
I'm intrigued and wish to subscribe to your newsletter.
Subscribe below.
Newsletter number 1. Don't make deals with demons. No, that's
right.
all for me at this point.
Flash art, you're up.
All right. I am at a loss to it. Is Storm gonna stand here? And I have another spell to cast, but it requires Storm to stand here.
Okay.
She is
It's up
not.
to Storm.
Hmm.
Storm is kind of towering protectively over around Lothar, so you think as long as Lothar stays there, she's not moving.
Well, here's what I'll do. If Lothar's gonna stay there, I'll do this. I will cast this on Lothar there, or cast this on the Minotaur, the Southern Minotaur. If target attacks, the Southern Minotaur can attack too, right? So I'm gonna cast Fire of Vengeance. So if target attacks another, they take 3d8 fire damage. Maybe I should put it on the northern one because it's already damaged. I'll do that.
What?
Fire of Vengeance.
Fire of Vengeance. After casting a spell, the next creature you attack using your Smite Evil class abilities engulfed in holy flames that flare up when the target attacks someone other than you.
Yep.
If at any time during the duration of your Smite Evil,
Yeah, you Smite Evil for this.
you have to do Smite for this.
Oh, I didn't see that. That didn't show up in my spell part.
Yeah,
Okay.
Smite Evil won't.
I want
stick.
to keep that Smite Evil.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to
Yeah.
waste it on a couple of mythic minotaurs. You guys have
No.
gotten jaded.
Hang on to those.
I remember when you were like orcs. Oh shit! What do we do? Now it's like mythic minotaurs. Fuck that. We'll just let we'll just let Fletcher take care of them.
Oh shit, kobolds run.
3 hours of planning to take on a couple of whole hobgoblins in the woods, and now it's like, fuck these guys. All right, so Flash Art. So if you're not going to do that, what are you going to do?
Well, I think it'd be best. I'm gonna do a Jim Carrey cable guy. I'm gonna okay, I'm going now. You defeated us. Okay, here we go. And then
All
they make
right.
really clumpy, big clumpy sounds. Okay, bye guys, let's get out of here. And I'll just get right out of the zone of negative. That's out of the zone, right? Can I-
You're
All
only
right,
out
I'll
of one
see
of
you.
them.
Yeah.
You're only out of one of them.
I was gonna say, that's not out of both zones.
Throw that above.
Yeah, it's only out of one zone,
No, you
Which
need to
zone?
go all the way over to like north of Gatto.
like here. Yeah, north of Gatto.
North?
That'll do it. All right, so you're slipping away too. All right, Ilendar and Storm.
Ilnar's gonna take a 5-foot step up. That way he's within 30 feet of Storm.
Okay.
And then cast protection from evil on Storm.
Okay.
Lasts for a
Wow.
while and gives her another additional +2 on all saves.
Where the hell
14
is
rounds?
Ilendar?
No. This is like minutes or
It lasts a while. Okay.
yeah, this lasts a while.
All right. Storm gonna do anything or just stand there?
She's just kind of standing close to Lothar.
These guys don't smash into the doors, but they step up to the cracks. And you see them point their fingers, their big, stubby minotaur fingers out there. And a ray shoots at one ray shoots at Lothar, and the other ray shoots at Storm. They're casting blindness on both of you.
Sweet.
In this
Okay.
case,
So I get
in
two
this-
rolls.
in this case, the DC is it's a will. Wait, let me check. I think it's a will save. No, fortitude. It's a fortitude save, but the DC is 15. So not untenable, but that's what they're going to try.
Is this a range touch? Do they need to roll to hit, or is it just?
Nope,
make a
it's
save?
just yeah, it's just make a save.
Okay.
All right, Storm rolls a 19, makes it, resists it. Lothar rolls a 24. All right, the magic is not powerful enough to get through your arcane or divine protections, and you hear them bellow in frustration as they rear backwards again to begin hitting the doors again. Fletcher, turn around and try to open the door.
I heard something about don't stand by that door, so I'm gonna move over here.
No, it said stand by it. Try and open it.
Press your butt against it.
Read the runes.
Oh, come on, Fletcher can't read.
Yeah, certainly not runes.
All right, so you step away from down away from the door.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Anything else?
No, I got nothing I can do.
Gatto. What about you? What are you
What
gonna
about
do?
him? He's not there.
I'm here. I'm listening all the time.
He was just
Now,
invisible, like Gatto
Yeah, you
always
see
is.
cat's invisibility. Yeah.
You know the nature of the thing. I mean, depending on how you come at it, you could maybe try and wipe deactivate the runes on the door.
Okay, these are
On the other
different
side.
doors though, right? These are separate doors.
Double doors, yeah.
Oh, it's double doors.
But they have runes on each of them, and you know from deactivating the one on the left, your left, that the one on the right's runes are activated independently. You're aware of them now.
Hey, Lothar, can you do that thing again? That was so thankful and wonderful.
You still, whoa, if you, yeah, I could when it's my turn.
I'll delay. And Flash Art, you stay next to me because I get bonuses on will saves when you're near me.
Yep. I can also cast another bonus on you if you want.
That'll be great. I'll wait for both. Because Ned's a once a day thing.
All right. So then Gatto's delaying. Lothar, you are up.
Quick action will be to channel energy.
Woohoo!
34 to me and Storm.
Wow.
And Gatto. And
I
anybody else?
don't have any damage, but
And
other than
guy's
my
there.
con damage.
Thank you.
And then 2 arrows at the Northern Minotaur again. 20 and 25. 40 points of damage.
40
7 and 13,
points.
4 and 16.
Okay. All right, little by little. All right, Gato.
You're going to make an excellent filet mignon. Moo. And at this point, I'm actively trying to taunt them.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Flash Art. I know he just went. I know it's going to be a while, but I'm also waiting for Flash Art because he said he could help me.
Flash, touch that door.
Your mother was a dairy cow.
Well, I was gonna do word, Don, I was gonna do word of resolve on you because I thought it was all saving throws, but it's against save against charm or fear. So.
Oh, no, that's not.
Trying to help you here.
Okay,
I can suck up some
just-
damage for you, but it's better against evil targets.
just stay there, and I'm gonna move to this thing.
And try to graffiti it up.
You gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. He shouts, "Invincible!"
I didn't get it in quick enough.
Sounds like Gato. That's awesome.
All right, so Flashheart, you didn't do anything except for give Gato the strength he needed to do a natural 20 perception and a 39 to disable. You sneeze up on the door and you feel the magic energy wanting to pull you into it and set you into some prison cell far away, or maybe near away. You don't know, but you managed to scratch out the runes and destroy the thing, and that the trap is now deactivated on both of them.
Nice job.
Don. Nice work.
Thank you, Lothar, and you guys are welcome.
Despite a little DM chicanery. That's awesome.
It looks legit to me.
Sounds like Gato.
It sounds like him.
It's
So apparently Les does a better impersonation of Gato than whoever did of
Gato
whatever they were
does.
trying to impersonate.
Then Gato trying to impersonate the Guardian.
Marriott.
Yeah.
Don, last week when you called into the Traveler game, I swear I thought you were like some Zoom bomber coming into a random game. Like, who is that? Because you came in like all like. Like,
Yeah, my name was still Allison Shawn.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, Allison, I think you're on the wrong channel there.
All right, well done, Gato. Flash out. Everybody's over there staying out of the way of the negative energy bombs, but you know who's not staying out of the way of the energy bombs? You know who has guts? Illendar and Storm. That's who.
Lothar and Storm.
I would
I was
also
gonna
say
say-
we're
I can't even see Illendar on the map. He's run
when
so
we
far
finish
away
this
behind.
round,
Back out of the bat. He's back at the Nexus talking with the angel.
I was
when
like,
we
no,
finish this
literally,
round-
I can't see Illendar.
we finish this round.
Really?
Right behind the.
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
can't.
because of the pillar. You can't see him because of the pillar.
Yeah,
He's over by Waxberry.
yeah, I figured.
Hey, Les, when we finish this
Mhm.
round, are we calling it? I gotta go to bed.
Oh, is it okay? Yeah, we'll finish
it's
this
11.
round. We've got a couple of things. Actually, Gato just started. So yeah, let's do it real quick. All right, Storm, Illendar, you guys doing anything?
Nope.
All right, no Frenching Waxberry over there. Storm staying where he is.
Yep.
All right,
Illendar
ba-boom!
hide the drow
They
pickle.
hit the
Okay.
doors again hard. Boom. Fletcher.
I heard Lothar kind of taunting the Minotaur, so I'm going to join in on that.
Come over here.
Here, mooey, mooey, mooey. Is there an actual taunt skill?
There is.
No.
You probably don't have it. There's
Well,
a taunt skill in there.
But
There's a
no,
feat.
there's a feat that you can use, but it's ludicrously ineffective.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm going to do is just join in the taunting.
A join in the taunting, huh? I
In
don't know.
second
Sounds like-
edition, there's a feat called Bon Mot. And
Oh, yeah?
my little kobold has it. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know. It sounds Gato's saying a bunch of stuff. I don't know, Fletcher, with
You're rolling with a
Lo-
kobold. I love it.
Lothar. What about you?
2 arrows at the Minotaur
All right.
and continued taunting, I suppose.
Both. Ooh, that's a
No. Because
natural
No,
one.
that's natural one, the second swing.
Yeah, hang on. I'm redoing it.
Okay.
23, so it is not a
So-
fumble.
Not a fumble, but it does miss.
It
So
does
28
miss, so
points.
28 points for the first force bolt, the force
Okay.
arrow.
Got it. Boy, he keeps chipping away. Flash art.
Ooh.
And you will be the last one tonight.
So neither of the cows broke out yet, so
Well, Gato was talking to you about something. I don't know what though.
yeah, these voices in my head are they're taunting me. I guess I don't
Hey,
have anything
Flash
really
kill
useful to do.
Fletcher. Hey, Fletcher, Flash said you were a wuss.
I'm gonna hold my. Well, I'm the last one though, right? Or
Yep.
or can I hold?
Yeah, you can hold.
Okay, I'm gonna hold.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. That is where we will stop tonight. It's 11:03. I know you East Coast types need to get your beauty sleep after a long weekend. So
Right.
excellent work. Hey, by the way, I have to commend you on your tactics. Putting the wall, that wall on the floor to keep those doors really sort of changed the tenor of this hallway battle. So I have to.
It was awesome.
That was an excellent strategy. So well done.
Nice.
And before we go, the idea that I brought up to Les earlier, just to see what you guys think about it. On holiday weekends where the holiday is Monday, and there's a 3-day weekend before it, what do you guys think about just making Monday the new Sunday? So everybody can have their full 3-day
that's cool.
weekend. And you're
In general, that
whatever
would
you,
work for me.
yeah, whatever you're doing by Monday evening, you're going to be home anyway because you have to go to work the next morning.
Right.
Yeah, in general,
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
So at
Yeah, in
least for
general,
the
that'd be good.
at least
That's
for the
what is
crowd
next week. B?
The next time that happens is Columbus Day.
B team.
Well, right. I mean, it doesn't happen often.
I
at
know,
this-
but that's cool. Yeah.
At this point on the 3-day weekend Sundays, we tend to lose people because they want to do something for the 3-day weekend, which is understandable.
Right,
So
you
if
would
we
have lost
just-
me yesterday for sure.
Yeah, so if we just switch it to let's do those 3-day weekends on a Monday holiday where we play Monday evening anyway,
Mhm.
then I think we'll probably be able to stay more stable that way. If you guys,
I think
so
that's
as well.
good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Works for
I'm
me.
down with that.
Awesome,
All right. It's a rule. We'll do it that way from now on.
nice.
Pass it on to
Awesome.
the others.
So Columbus Day, 2020, whatever.
Columbus,
So-
Euro trash.
Hey,
So-
Columbus
so-
Columbus Day is my higher anniversary.
So smallpox
Nice.
killer
Ah.
day, smallpox murderer day. We'll
Native American Slaughter Day. When is Columbus? Isn't Columbus in like March or something? Columbus
No,
Day?
It's
in
October 10th.
yeah.
What?
October
I'm
10th?
sorry.
Ooh, day after my birthday.
What
I
kind of
don't
pagan
get
rituals
Columbus
do you
Day as a
celebrate?
holiday.
Yeah, we don't. I don't think we
Yeah.
take it anymore either. We have other ones now.
We only get Veterans Day off if you're a veteran, which I guess is fair. I don't mind. But
Their
in
day.
Columbus,
Okay,
Yeah.
we don't get Veterans Day off, and I am a veteran. So,
well, there you go. Well, you should get Veterans Day off.
well, here's the thing. Veterans Day coincides with right about the time I need to leave to go hunting, so I take it off anyway.
Anyway,
There you go.
Ari Spears used to have a good joke about
Gotcha.
all these other religious holidays that he's not part of. He goes, here's the new law about any holidays. If you're off, I'm off.
I'm off.
Oh, it's Yom Kippur. Well, shalom, my brother.
Yeah,
I'll be at
Kwanzaa.
home.
Alaikum alaikum. I'm off too. Have a good day.
All right, gents. Thanks again.
All
This
right.
was awesome. In 2 weeks, we'll be back here fighting
I
these
will miss
dudes.
2 weeks.
That's
But
right.
I'll see
You are
guys-
going to England.
England. I'll see you guys in October.
Oh,
I
what are you
expect
doing in
you to-
England?
I am leaving Wednesday.
Is it a work thing or a vacation?
No vacation.
Oh, awesome. That sounds.
Nobody's
First-
there.
Where
And
are you
I'm
going?
expecting you to
Everyone in
walk
Europe,
September.
everyone in Europe leaves in August.
Yeah,
Or yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but that's
September
probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't know where you are
Yeah.
now, but it's September where we are.
It's September now. Yeah.
So where are you going? What are you doing in England?
I'm going to Cornwall and we're hiking.
Nice.
We
Very
used
cool.
to do this every year up until 2019, and we haven't been able to do it in 2 years. So
Right.
I
Why?
think I set the standard, I set the precedent that we expect you to call in from the, zoom in from the Cornwall Trail.
Yes.
For your game.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not big on internet down there.
So there's got to be some giant castle in Scotland you could zoom in and just get like mega nerd points, right? I'm playing.
I think
Oh, that'd be
Scotland
awesome.
is much easier, yes.
Yeah. No, cool. Have a great time. That sounds awesome.
Yes.
All right, guys,
I'll
I
show
really
you
gotta go
pictures
bed.
when I get back.
Yeah,
All right,
bye guys.
get some sleep.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See you guys later.
Guys.
Good night, dudes.